What up? What's good? Golden Truth in the house. Was it originally going to be a Golden Truth episode, but we got Aaron. So I was like, you know what? Let me just slap on the Golden Truth title on this title real fast. We're going to be discussing the AFC South Championship game going on right now. We're about to kick off in about 10 minutes, give or take. Um, who wins the AFC South? Do either of these two teams win the AFC South? The playoff picture. Now that a little bit about Damar Hamlin, Aaron's feelings and thoughts about that, and of course with Damar Hamlin being he don't want to be insensitive here, but I'm gonna try being somewhat out of the neck of the woods of danger. The Bills Bengals game has come to an let's just call it an understanding. It's very complicated, but we'll talk about it. Um, and so much more. But first and foremost, we got Aaron. We might get Jason. Aaron, introduce yourself to the people while I text Jason.
It's your boy Aaron here. Nobody knows more about simple, nerdy facts about the NFL than yours truly. I have the most obscure facts in the business, and let me tell you, I don't care who you talk to. Analysts ain't got nothing on this, bro. And let me tell you, it's good to be back. It's I'm getting back into regular life, getting back into the swing of things, and really, that's what we do. That's how we continue. That's how we continue life and how we continue doing what we do. Because let's face it, life's too short. Life's too short to be anything other than happy, and life's too short to do anything other than have some good old fashioned fun. And I'll go into more detail about this when Oscar gets back on, but I see some big, excuse me, and I do mean big ramifications from this, because the NFL, when something like this happens, decides to try to make big changes, and I don't think the game, for its longevity, can handle too many more big changes like that. So,
All right. So while we wait for Jason to reply or pop into the stream, what was your like? What Because I honestly, I wasn't paying attention much to the game because I was just to let you know, y'all. Next week, I know just a little disclaimer. I know since I've been on YouTube, I love to when it's playoff season. I love to cover each of the games that go on, either via a live stream or a video. I don't know how that's gonna shape out this year, just because I'm gonna be going on a little I'm going away for like a week. I'm actually gonna be in Florida, Aaron. I'm going to Orlando.
win.
So I'll be doing that. So again, I'll try to keep pace and track of the games. Maybe like do like a little recap. Maybe if I watch the highlights, gather some analysis, things like that. Maybe do a video off of that. But I was trying to get those details squared away late Monday night, and because my NFL and ESPN notifications were blowing up, and I saw that Damar Hamlin collapsed, and at the time we didn't know what was going on. So walk me through your thoughts. Like, what were you watching the game as it was happening, or
I kind of
or like
was.
did you find out, or did you watch it later on?
I kind of was and kind of not, because what I'll do is excuse me, I have do things that I watch. What I'll do is I'll have the game on one device and then I'll have something else up on another one, simply because let's be honest, the one thing that the NFL does too much is sprinkle, and maybe it's a TV network thing, but they sprinkle in way too many commercials during game time. And so
Facts.
it's one of those things where the games, the reason that they are able to be padded out to being as long as they are is simply because of the massive number of commercials that happens. And when I was watching that, I was watching everything that happened. And by the way, Joe Buck almost got caught in a lie during all that because he said in the middle of the broadcast, he was saying that they were going to postpone the game till later that night.
I mean, like, not saying they do, but I feel like because it was so like strange and they didn't know what happened they didn't even know it was a cardiac arrest until the dude got to the hospital like hours later.
He was, for the longest time, he was not communicating with people verbally. Like, he was trying to write, he was writing things down to communicate with people.
Yeah, he was apparently like he just started to talk to people like I think like earlier today or something. I saw that something on NFL that he was able to FaceTime with his friends and was able to talk. Granted,
and kudos to gosh, what was it? Was it Stephon Diggs? He actually, instead of going back in the team bus, decided to take an Uber to the hospital before anybody else, and was actually there with Hamlin.
They were actually. I think he, along with a bunch of fans, from what I saw from ESPN, because I was once I was able to get the situations. I was watching it on TV. Like him and like a bunch of fans were just standing outside the hospital.
Yeah, well, the fans may have been a bit too much. I could understand his family. I could understand his teammates, but the fans might have been a bit too much because I don't know. Like, I think I don't want to say the fans didn't care, but I think a lot of them were wondering, oh, what's going to happen to the game versus what's going to happen to him.
Yeah. By the way, did you keep track of Undisputed and Skip?
Not really. I'm going to be honest with you. They're very...
So...
I keep track of the NFL Network before I keep track of skipping.
Oh, so you don't know what's been going on between the two? So,
no.
So on Monday night, when the whole entire situation happened, when Damar Hamlin collapsed, when the NFL said we're postponing the game, Skip puts up a tweet saying the game has been postponed for a later date, but I don't see how. When we're at a crucial point of the season, blah blah blah, which now seems to be irrelevant. Dude, Skip got murdered on social media. Like people were basically people were calling for his job. Like apparently, like even Shannon took exception to his tweet and didn't even show up to Undisputed the next morning. Like it was just him. And then he basically tries to like with crocodile tears was like, this is a tough situation, blah, blah, blah. But last night, like he basically put out an insensitive tweet. Instead of focusing on Damar Hamlin, he focused more on the game in the NFL. And a lot of people were like saying, "Oh, you're a jackass. You deserve to be fired." Like, dude, it was like it was.
Well, people were doing the same thing to Kayvon Thibodeau after that game against the Colts when he hit Foles, injured him, and then was doing a snow angel next to his fallen body.
No, I don't really care about that. I don't.
But do you remember that though?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like people. I mean, as much as we don't want to admit this, like the whole business is full of kind of people who are closet insensitive people, and there's no rhyme or reason for it specifically. It's just the way things are.
Yeah.
What's most important is Damar Hamlin getting better. That's really, I mean, if you can't agree on that, I mean, that's That's a you problem.
I mean,
it's plain and as simple as I can make it.
Yeah, he's still in the hospital, but talking.
This is the thing that's really interesting because the Bills, it doesn't affect them very much, considering the fact that they had already won their division. I honestly think
the only problem is
the Bengals is
the playoff seeding. The playoff seeding too, because, and we can get into this now. So they canceled that game, right? And rightfully, in my opinion, rightfully so. They canceled the game because no one wants bad memories of what happened on that field.
No, of course.
But however, basically it's one less game, and the Chiefs basically won the number 1 seed, all because they played one more game and they will at the end of the day have the better record than the Buffalo Bills.
But one thing that is interesting about that,
and they did win the 1 seed, by the way, since they beat the Raiders earlier today.
Oh yeah, well I know that, but my point being would have been this: if it goes double, because if I remember correctly, the Bills would have owned the head-to-head tie because they had won the matchup between the two.
Yeah.
So if the Bills had that game to go back on, then they could have actually won the number 1 seed.
My question is this, because okay, whatever, they're picking, if those 2 teams or 3 teams, I don't know if Cincinnati is implicated, but I know that the Chiefs and the Bills are implicated. By the way, the game is starting. Anyways, if either of those 2 teams make it all the way to the AFC Championship, they will actually be playing the AFC Championship. Whoa, okay, I did not see that. Hold on, give me 1 sec.
It's all right, bro.
Okay, much better. So they will basically host the AFC Championship in a neutral site, from what I saw, and then as of right now, even though the Bengals won the division, they are still not gonna host a playoff game. It's gonna be like if the Ravens beat them tomorrow, it's gonna be like a coin flip situation where they don't know where the game's gonna be hosted, which is weird.
The Ravens very well could win that game, but this is the thing. Both like the Ravens already owned a head-to-head tie from the first game they played. If the Bengals do somehow win, they would have to win by more than 3 points because of the point differential, which, again, kind of likely. But the Bengals, if they could have somehow beaten the Bills, would have won the AFC North without needing to play that second game against Baltimore.
Yeah, but now it's locked up. It's just the question is, if the Ravens win, then basically the Bengals and whoever the 6 seed is, because the Bengals is looking like they'll be the 3 seed. It's very confused. I don't know. I don't like the way the NFL did that, to be honest. I'm really confused.
I don't think the AFC North has been completely locked up, has it?
Yeah, it is. It was because of the winning record. And remember, the Bengals played one last game, so
11-5 versus 10-6.
Yeah, so they hold on.
So if the Ravens would have won won, then they both would have been 11-6. But then the Ravens would have had the tiebreaker. If the Ravens win tomorrow,
what is the Ravens record right now? 9-6. Hold on.
They're 10-6. The Ravens are 10-6.
The Ravens are currently 10-6 right now.
Okay, so they're 10-6. What about the Bengals?
They're one game. They're one down to.
The Bengals are 11-4 right now.
Okay, so the Bengals are 11-4. So it wouldn't matter if the Bengals lose
That game
tomorrow
wouldn't matter for
anyway.
that game wouldn't
Because
matter for Cincinnati, but it would matter for Buffalo. That game wouldn't matter for Cincinnati; it would matter for Buffalo.
but it also matter with say that the like I said, the Bengals, if they lose, they will not host that playoff game. They will have to, I guess they like coin flip to see who hosts that game. Again, weird to say. And this is only the NFL can do this.
Well, only the NFL can do a lot of the things that have been done lately. When was the last time you saw Saturday primetime games in the last week of the season?
Never.
Exactly.
As Aaron blows his nose.
Yeah, well, I wanted to be like the Ravens and blow it.
Oh. By the
Dogs
way,
are-
it's looking like Lamar Jackson's leaving Baltimore, dude.
No, he's gonna get franchise tagged. You say that just because you want to create some traction.
Yes, I do.
Exactly. And look at what happened to the Commanders last week, getting eliminated by a Packers win.
Bro, I said that the Commanders were going to get knocked out regardless.
I mean, we both did, but my point being is that, okay, first off, the Commanders, it wasn't the entire Browns team that the Commanders lost to. The Commanders lost to Amari Cooper.
Yes.
Single-handedly,
somehow Deshaun Watson, because dude, for all that they're worth, for all the draft capital that they spent on that front seven, they cannot bring Deshaun Watson down.
I still think Amari Cooper did more to hurt the Commanders than Deshaun Watson did. Because Amari Cooper by himself had 2, almost 3 touchdowns against you guys. And if you take Amari Cooper out of that game, at least you guys would have had a chance.
I like how we're talking about the NFL playoff picture. We're not even paying attention to this game. Oh well, it won't get interesting until the second half. That's all I really care about.
Jags are going to win it. The defense for Jacksonville is good enough.
But the Titans have Derrick Henry back. Derrick Henry can just run all over this team.
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna go out on a limb for Jacksonville. I think I will. I think I'd go out on a limb for Jacksonville before I'd go out on a limb for Tennessee.
I feel like the Titans' dynasty is over after their runs in recent memory.
Now, I will say this. If somehow Jacksonville does make it, they would go further in the playoffs than if it was Tennessee. Tennessee would be one and done. Jacksonville with a defense as good as theirs might raise some heads. Like, I would love to see in the wild card round, I would love to see a divisional game between Cincinnati and Jacksonville. I think that could be a game that a lot of people may think is given to Cincinnati on paper, but I think it could be a lot better than people think.
I mean, the winner of this one gets either Ravens or Chargers, depending on the seeding.
I think they'll get the Chargers. I think you're going to see a situation where the Ravens and Bengals might wind up playing back to back.
Well, they need to. They're gonna. What's gonna happen is that what they need for that to happen then is gonna be I think the Ravens will have to lose, and the Chargers are going to have to win, and then the Chargers would be the 5, and the Ravens would be the 6, and the Ravens would be one and done.
I think that's a good possibility, especially if Lamar doesn't come back in time for the playoffs.
Yeah, Lamar is, and as far as I'm concerned, Lamar is done with the Ravens. Because if they're not willing to pay, they're not willing to pay him, dude. They're not willing to pay him $250 million. Just for him to
I'm just going to put this out there.
Just for him to play 11 games per season.
When did Oscar Montiel go inside the Ravens front office?
Dude, it's what they have done. If they wanted to pay Lamar Jackson, they would have gotten it done.
Have you seen the win percentage? Have you seen the? I think the Ravens, of course. I actually do think they need to pay Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson will not be successsul by any means with any other team other than Baltimore.
There is with Kyle Shanahan, especially the way Kyle Shanahan likes to run that offense.
There is no career.
Sign me up to see that. Sign me up for
Lamar Jackson leaves Baltimore, he becomes the next Tim Tebow.
No, I feel like he would actually be successful in the 49ers, especially the way that Kyle Shanahan likes to run that offense. With a
Jimmy G, you got Jimmy G and you got Trey Lance. There is already too many mouths in that quarterback room to feed for them to want to bring.
Jimmy G is going to get cut. They're probably going to the way that if Brock Purdy does a deep playoff. In fact, let's forget about Lamar Jackson. If Brock Purdy has a deep playoff run, which everyone is expecting them to, man, they may be thinking, "Holy crap! Next Tom Brady." Sorry, Trey Lance. Bye bye.
I'm sorry, but they've got Christian McCaffrey. They don't need Lamar Jackson on top of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, but Christian McCaffrey is basically a much better. What's the dude's name? The running back that they got? J.K. Dobbins.
McCaffrey is
first off. Second off, they have a better wide receiving core. And probably one of the better. I'm sorry, dude, but George Kittle is much better than Mark Andrews, in my opinion.
George Kittle's getting older.
And you think Mark Andrews young? Heck no, I think he's like what, 26, 27? 28?
I think the Ravens are going to franchise tag Lamar Jackson, and then in the next few years, when they're able to free up cap space, then they will be able to offer him a better contract.
Really? They're gonna franchise tag Lamar Jackson for $40 million.
Yeah, I think.
And they're gonna pay Lamar after that $50 million. Nah, the Ravens are cheap, bro. The Ravens have always been cheap.
Because to me,
the only way they break bank is if it's a defensive player. Tell me I'm wrong.
All I'm going to say is this: if the Ravens do not sign Lamar Jackson to a new contract, that is a losing record for the next 40 seasons. 40. Not one winning season for the next 40 years if they do not bring him back.
Bro, they had a winning season under Joe Flacco a couple of times. Stop the cap. This is what the Ravens do. The Ravens, they can, dude.
They need Lamar Jackson.
They can throw you. They can throw you in there, and you could lead the Ravens to a winning season. I don't know why.
I could not.
Because they rely a lot on their defense.
I think the Ravens, because I want you to think about something here. While Lamar Jackson was in the lineup, they were averaging 38 points a game. Without Lamar Jackson, they're averaging 12. I want you to think about that.
But let me think about that while I actually watch the game for a little bit. Man, we've been going back and forth. This is actually entertaining back and forth.
Which, of course, I'm always right and you're always wrong. Thank you very
Aaron, you were wrong about the NFC West. Shut up.
much. I will when you do, but your mouth is like a semi-automatic. It never stops.
Okay, how much are you willing to bet that Lamar Jackson will not be a Raven this year? Or this upcoming season?
I will bet. Let's see. I'll bet a 20.
$20? Okay, fine. Oh damn it. My dog is sound coming through like god damn it.
Get copyright struck for a dog bark.
Yeah,
but
I know.
no.
His name is Aaron and he's barking up the wrong tree. Oh
Bro, your jokes are about as old as Brett Favre is. Your jokes are about as old as Brett Favre is. If your jokes got any older, they'd turn to dust.
Shut up.
Bro, seriously, you need to get like a set of drums next to you because all I hear is dun-dun-dun.
Where's the ball, by the way? I haven't been paying attention.
Up your ass and to the left.
Wait, what?
I said up your
That
ass
made no
and to the left.
sense. That made no sense.
You said where's the ball? And I said up your ass and to the left.
No, I said who has the ball?
Oh.
Who has the
Well,
ball?
just-
Because I haven't been paying attention. That's what I said.
The Titans need to get some wide receivers, dude.
God dang it, my thing is echoing. Aaron, stop making me echo.
Ruh, ruh, ruh.
Okay, enough of this. Oh wow, Josh Dobbs. Dang, this is so bad. They don't trust Malik Willis so bad that they put in basically the Taylor Heineke of the Tennessee Titans and Josh Dobbs in the game. That's so sad.
Well, and that's why Jacksonville's going to win. Jacksonville's going to take it.
That is true.
It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me this year. You're seeing a bit of transference in between divisions this year. If the NFC East does well, then the AFC East does well. If the NFC South does,
Go ahead. Sorry.
If the NFC South does poorly, so does the AFC South. And
the AFC South has always done poorly, though.
No, but my point being is this: pretty much almost all the teams in the NFC South had losing records. Somehow, almost all the teams in the AFC South also had losing records.
Yeah, but the AFC East and the NFC East didn't depend on each other. Want to know why? Because the NFC East were actually rock solid last year when the NFC East wasn't.
Everybody but the Commanders.
Last year, the Giants were terrible. What are you talking about?
Actually, yeah, no, the Giants. It's not even that the Giants were that bad. They just kept beating themselves.
No, their coach kept on beating themselves because the coach basically, dude, who kneels first and 10 at their own 1 yard line?
Well, and by the way, one of the funniest plays I saw last week. Did you see in one of the stat books? Apparently, Patrick Mahomes last week threw a pass to himself.
I think I did. Don't remember.
It was in the game against Denver. Patrick Mahomes had a pass batted down in his face, and he caught the ball again and ran for 10 yards.
Nice.
I was like, oh my god. Oh shit. Dude, I couldn't. I was laughing so hard. I was like, of course he'd be the one to do that.
Even though Marcus Mariota was the first to do it.
Yeah. Well, this is the funny thing. This is the really funny part about that. There are some quarterbacks that can do some really like unreal things, but they're the ones that do wind up doing it are not the ones that are most commonly known for it. Marcus Mariota, he was somebody who was known for it. He did do it, but he did it maybe once. You've got guys like Mahomes, who's known for throwing across his body, but now he's throwing passes to himself.
God dang it. My dog won't stop barking. Oh, want to know why? So, in the house that we've been living in that we moved to last year, 2 years ago,
Yeah.
to be technical, in 2021. So it's basically you walk in and you have you can go upstairs. You can go either upstairs or downstairs right then and there. Like there's no like living room in the middle part.
The middle of the stairwell is literally right at the front door.
Yeah, basically. So then my dog likes to be a little sneak. So what he would do would be sometimes people, because my mom's clients and sometimes like employees when they go out for delivering the packages and stuff, he would see that the door is open and he would sneak out and he'd be able to run away. So there was this one time where we recently moved in. This was in 2021. So someone pounds on our door, and it turns out to be freaking Dominion Energy.
Of course.
The Dominion Energy representatives like, y'all need to pay the bill. I was like, excuse me. I was like, wait, what? And he's like, the lady that lives here is cutting you off. I'm like, whoa. I was like, first off, I'm like, I had no idea because no one told me that this part of Woodbridge, so apparently like the Cloverdale part of Woodbridge, has Dominion service. I was like, was Dominion? I thought it was, I forgot what the other company was called. Was the other company. He's like, no. He's like, I'm gonna come in an hour. I'm like, crap. I'm like, give me a little bit of time. He's like, I'll come back in an hour to, but after that, I'm gonna shut it off. I was like, man, like this dude. I'm like, while I was talking to this dude, I guess like no one noticed that the dog actually went downstairs and snuck out. Tell me why my dog is found in the middle of Dell Boulevard. Because where we live is literally like one or two streets over from Dell Boulevard.
That doesn't surprise me at all, as much as you might think it would. That doesn't surprise me at all.
So then what we do to block his path from like going downstairs is we put like a little cardboard like box that he can't climb over or jump over or do anything. So like he's stuck. But since he's so used to my mom being upstairs and doing nothing, when she goes downstairs and she's there for a long period of time, he wants to be down there. So he barks at her saying, hey, let me down. I want to go down or something like that. But we don't let him because, he could be a sneak and run away again.
He, I feel like one day he's going to like run full speed and just bust right through that piece of cardboard.
He's scared. Don't ask me why.
He may be scared, but I think curiosity breeds bravery.
Okay,
that's what I think.
Back to high volume.
Curiosity breeds bravery.
Well, that piece of cardboard has been up there for about a year, so.
By the way, you know the game is also on Hulu too.
Hulu Watch or whatever they call their
live TV
subscription. Yeah.
So we actually don't have the live TV, but you can watch the game from there too anyway. My brother-in-law and my sister are downstairs doing a game night with his family.
Okay, so Tennessee leads 3-0.
And that's the game. If that was the final score,
I'm gonna be disgusted if the Tennessee Titans actually win this.
I will kind of laugh because of how disgusted you'll be.
Because the Tennessee Titans have a losing record. The Tennessee Titans are 7-9.
Yeah, and they'll win the division at that point because this game is
the
for the
final
division
game.
title.
It's for the division title.
Yeah.
Never thought I would be the biggest Jaguar fan.
Huh?
Never thought I would be the biggest Jaguars fan. For them, the Tennessee Titans to be bounced out in the next round by either freaking Baltimore or Chargers.
I mean, I'll take that. If Tennessee wants to win,
watch only I can say that stuff on my channel, and then the opposite happens.
I mean, fair
watch
point.
Watch them have a deep playoff run.
Yeah, watch them be the ones that make it all the way to the Super Bowl.
I'm really mad.
Watch them win the Super Bowl 35-0.
Okay, I don't think that'll happen.
Dude, crazier things have happened. Just ask the Colts who gave up a 33-0 lead.
That's because they had Matt Ryan, dude. Matt Ryan is used to having those type of leads and then evaporate.
That man chokes more than a dentist who swallowed a crown.
Dang, I'm surprised that Jason hasn't shown up yet. Hold on, let me just double check that he's not here and he has actually not been quiet. Well, no, because he's a loudmouth.
Oh, dude, we would know he was here faster than we'd know you were here. Oh, damn.
Oh, okay. No, he's not here.
You should call him Jasonia. That's how you turn his name into a girl's name, Jasonia. You turn Naeem into Naheema.
Naima. Yeah. Can't wait to go to Orlando, dude.
Oh, wow.
I get to have the full-on experience of going to an amusement park without my family or anything. I actually can explore it.
How did you manage this?
So Naeem basically told me so he was he just mentioned it out of the blue. He's like, bro, my sisters and I are going to Florida. I really don't want to be alone with them and then with a cousin of mine. Do you think you can come down? Do you think you can come down? I'm like, I'll try. I have no guarantees. But then I was able to make it work. Unfortunately, I was supposed to originally the plan was for me to go this Wednesday, but their family caught his sister caught COVID, so she's kind of in quarantine. So they're kind of scared that they'll catch it, so they're just waiting for her to be cleared so that way they can go, and we're most likely gonna I pushed it back a few days, so I may be down there next
Mass hysteria.
Saturday.
Got it. Mass hysteria. Got it.
Okay, mister. You don't have to everyone's entitled to their opinion. I respect your opinion on COVID, okay?
I'm not going to be a COVID idiot.
You've had better jokes.
Yeah, I mean, after all, it's you.
No.
The best joke of all.
No, Aaron. No.
I say yes.
By the way, do you think that Who gets the 7th seed in tomorrow's game for the NFC and AFC for that matter?
The honest. Okay, so the Packers have the best route right now.
Yeah, basically.
The Packers
I
are going to
think
be the one to make it.
I think like all they do is win and they're in, and then the way the Lions need to get in is they need a win and a Seahawks loss, and the Seahawks just need a Packers loss and a win, like for them to win.
And I think the Dolphins are going to somehow manage to squeak out getting in because all they have to do is beat the Jets.
They also need the Patriots to lose because the Patriots are in a situation where they win and they're in.
But the Patriots have to face the Bills.
The Bills have nothing to play for, so I guarantee you that now that they know that, they'll probably just sit all their starters.
Well, I still think the Patriots are bad enough where they could lose to the Bills' backups.
But here's the thing: the Dolphins don't have a quarterback. Tua's hurt. He's in concussion protocol, and Teddy Bridgewater is hurt. He wasn't that good anyway. Let's be honest.
Well, who would you give it to? The Steelers?
What something happened? By the way, what happened to your Ravens, bro? I thought the Steelers were setting up Kenny Pickett.
I give no excuses. Just like you give no excuses for Amari Cooper running roughshod all over the Commanders.
Dude, and you were the one that said the Steelers are setting Kenny Pickett.
I know what I said. The difference between you and me is that I'm willing to admit that my team sucked in that situation.
You realize that I admitted that the Commanders were trash all along, right? You would know this if you were to watch my content.
Yeah, but see, I already have enough sleep aids in the house.
Shut up! You're a jerk. You're an asshole. Welcome to Asshole Collective. In Jason's case, Asshole United.
Yeah, that's his next soccer team.
Damn.
Forget Manchester United. It's Asshole United.
Or for us US folks, DC United.
The same thing. Oh gosh.
No, Manchester United is in Manchester, England. DC United is here.
That's actually sexism. It's called Manchester United.
No comment. You know what? You're in timeout. You're in timeout.
Do you hear my nephew downstairs?
Ah, crap. I can't put you in timeout.
That's all right. You spend more time in timeout than most kids do with their faces stuck in the corner.
Oh, dang, I can't put you in timeout. Okay.
Ha. What money? What?
Ah, here we go.
Now I'm kind of rooting for Tennessee to win just in spite of you.
For what exactly?
So now I'm rooting for Tennessee to win just in spite of you.
Oh, crap. What happened now? Where are they playing this game? Is it in Tennessee or is it in Jacksonville?
I believe it is actually in Jacksonville. Let me double check, though.
Ah, freaking Travis Etienne. You have a weird last name. Etienne.
So many weird last names in the NFL. I can't even count them all. Remember a wide receiver from the Chargers from a few years back, Shea Tutu?
Yes.
like what the hell is wrong with that?
The Panthers had a player named Star. There was a player from the Panthers. His name was Star Tualele.
Haha, Clinton Dix.
And his name is actually spelled haha.
Clinton Dix. Tutu Atwell.
Oh, that too.
What is a tutu? Is everybody in the NFL like secret ballerinas, or did all the NFL players' mothers get together and say we're gonna name our kids after ballerina items?
Ballerina. Uh-huh.
Oh, damn. Tutu Atwell. There's so many really funny ones. More. There are. I'm pretty sure I'm going to think of them when I think of something totally different.
Isaiah Likely. Who has the last name?
Yeah.
Likely?
Whoever it is, them having a good last. Whoever it is, them having a good last name is a likely story. McNabb. More like somebody was more like his parents were wanting the McRib and just decided to name it McNabb so he wouldn't be copywritten.
Damn.
Hold on. Diggs. I mean, did somebody have a fetish for shovels and decided to make his last name Diggs?
Yeah, but Diggs is a common last name.
How many people do you know with the last name Diggs?
Like 5 people.
Name them.
People in my church group.
You know their first names?
Alma Diggs, and I don't know her family's names.
You're going for one genealogy. Bro,
hey, you said name people.
I said name 5 specific people.
Oh, if you want to go there, okay. Quandre Diggs, Stephon Diggs,
Your mama Diggs.
Shut. Strike 2, Aaron.
Well, bro, you're the one who keeps all the baseballs from Naeem, so you can't use them.
True.
Oh my gosh, there's another one that's coming to my name. There's another one that's coming to me. Amani Toomer.
Oh, true.
It's not a tumor. Yes, he's a tumor. Just ask the team that drafted him. Yes, to them, he's a tumor.
Oh, Jason says Pardell Diggs. Put it in the chat.
Jason, if you're going to be in the chat, you better get your ass in here.
By the way, Jason, I figured out how we can download the streams to each other's StreamYard things.
Oh gosh.
Let me know once this live stream ends. Let me know if it pops up on your StreamYard. Jason, get your ass in here.
That's what I told him. I said, if you're going to be in the chat, you might as well get your ass in here.
I know, right?
I said that from the beginning. I'm like, bro, I'm calling you out faster than a broken cell phone.
Well, you would know because all you have is broken cell phones.
Bro, how hard did you try for that? Whereas for me, good jokes are effortless. You have to actually work for it.
Oh, Jason's sleeping. Lazy ass. Lazy fluffy.
You know what? You know what?
Mad
He's imitating.
fluffy.
You know what it is? He's imitating me off camera.
Oh, true.
I told you I'm willing to make fun of myself. I told you that.
Jason, though,
Flat
you said
up.
that you would. Jason, you said that you would join. Maybe you sent me that text message while you were half asleep.
I mean, Oscar's floundering. He needs some help. He looks like a little mermaid over here.
I know what you are, but what am I?
Well, worse than me. Ha ha!
Okay. Well, if you want, you can just hop on your cell phone and keep your camera off. I don't judge. I mean,
Oscar,
Aaron
don't lie to the man.
Aaron does judge. I mean, hence the reason why there's someone out there with the name Aaron.
I left my gavel in my other pants.
No comment.
Oh. And the Oscar goes to not you.
No one asked you.
Even if they don't ask me, they better get the answer from me than you. There's nothing that exemplifies the blind leading the blind more than if you were in the lead.
I was in the lead for a year.
And yeah, and look how far into the ground we ran.
And then next thing you know, we're led by someone who I guess has the facts, but from Florida. Then he decided to turn it over into a guy who's a marked man.
The marked man is better than the fake actor. Oscar joke.
I don't get it, so that obviously failed.
Yeah, honestly, everything goes over your head. That's why your scalp looks borderline bald.
You know that's a condition that I have, right?
Propecia?
No.
Bosley?
No.
Oh. But like, do you actually? I didn't even think you actually had a bald spot. I was just making. Because when I was younger, so I'm gonna be like completely candid with you right now. When I was younger, my younger sister, snuck into my bed.
I like how we're roasting each other and like having these random facts where we're not really paying attention to the game.
That's how
worthless the AFC South is.
Honestly, if it was any other divisions other than the NFC East and AFC North, we probably would have done the same thing.
I mean, I was thinking of doing the Packers game tomorrow, but I feel like that game is meh. I already know the Packers are most likely going to win that game.
I will honestly, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I will probably bust a gut laughing if somehow the Lions pull off a win.
They'll pull off the win, but at the end of the day, it won't matter because whilst the Seahawks, I think the Seahawks play the Rams tomorrow. So,
yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. I will laugh so hard. Honestly, okay, this is the thing. I've never seen a situation where an entire division ended up in the playoffs. And I honestly, as much as I love dogging on you about the Commanders, it would have been funny to see the entire NFC East in the playoffs and then all of them lose before the NFC Championship.
The reason why the Commanders lost was because of Ron Rivera.
Amari Cooper.
No, it had nothing to do with Amari Cooper. It had to do with Ron Rivera. Who sticks out Carson Wentz when you know that Carson Wentz is a choke artist?
I mean, that's true too, but I'm just saying, like, if you wanna take like if you want to take the approach of what did one team do well as opposed to another team, I do think that Washington did a terrible job covering Amari Cooper. Because he had over 200 yards receiving against you guys. Oh, Declan.
All right, I was looking to see if Jason joined us.
I got you. No, but yeah, no, it's
It's looking like Jason's being too fluffy right now.
he's so fluffy.
Oh, dude, that was so cringy.
I mean,
That was so
yeah.
cringy.
So called by the expert of cringe.
Yourself? Okay, cool.
You, dude, your entire essence is cringe.
Because you make it that way. It's all your fault.
Okay, I'll take responsibility for that as long as you're the cringy one.
You're the cringy one.
Your face is the cringy one. Seriously, the last
Your mind
car
is-
you saw
your-
come off
your-
the bumper.
Your mind is the cringy one.
The last time you went to an ugly contest, it said no professionals allowed.
Okay. Well, Jason, just keep just be interactive in the live stream then, or whatever. I don't know. I noticed that you actually sent me I know that you had trouble sleeping. Want to know why, Jason? I saw a text message from you at 7 a.m. That's when I knew you were gonna have a long day because you.
That wasn't a text. That was a sext.
Only you, dude. Only you can say things when I'm having an important conversation.
I know Jason, and I know he would have found some humor in that.
And unfortunately, all Jason is. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Jason. Jason had some of the green stuff, so.
The wasabi. I'm just
Yeah, there you go.
wasabi.
Oh my god. This dude.
Oh shit.
Oh, Jason. So what I figured out was, so before I went live, there's when you say when you hit the go live button, it'll ask you, do you want to go live, or and then if you scroll down, if you keep scrolling down, it'll ask you, do you want to record locally to other what's it called? To the other locations. And I think like I selected that option. So I think once this stream is over, you should have access to the stream. Let me know.
To the hard drive. To the terabyte. Oh my almighty. It feels like my weekend is like flying by, and I'm gonna be having to go back to work before I know it.
Didn't you get off of work yesterday?
Yeah, I know, but like considering that.
But by the way, did you have off on Monday too, or no?
Oh yeah, I did. Dude, I enjoyed every second of it. I actually got back from Virginia that Saturday night. And
No, yeah, it's because the reason why I was asking you what you were planning, like, because I actually thought you were still in town, and I was gonna say, yo, dude,
No.
let's go somewhere in Woodbridge or something. You know,
dude, I would have loved doing that.
Because
The harder
dude, it
part-
was like, because for some odd reason, my mom's employees left like early Saturday morning, like at 4 a.m. And it was like my grandma and I the entire day. Like it was, and no like clients came to buy more booze or whatever. My mom like likes to like bring like El Salvadoran booze.
That would have been interesting to try had I been in the area.
But like like, dude, it was dead. Like, no customers, no nothing. And I'm like, this is so quiet. I really don't like it for a Saturday. I'm so used to like, because they're usually gone on Sundays, and Sundays, what I do on Sundays, I watch the NFL. But it was Saturday, dude, and I had like, it was like, I'm like, I have nothing to do.
Yeah, no, I get you though. I definitely get where you're coming from because, like, I think and anybody who's watching, you can like corroborate or whatever, but like, there is
Only
a degree of
only Jason's watching, and he's tuning in and out because he's in and out of sleep.
Oh, fair enough, but there is a degree of weirdness when it comes to various kinds of stores that are dead. It's a lot weirder if you work in a grocery store that's dead than if you work in a thrift store that's dead.
Dude, thrift shops are always dead. Let's be honest.
Well, and like, if anybody's dumb enough to like stay open during the holidays, and I mean, at least if you're in a thrift store that's dead, you would be likely to get somebody that maybe forgot to buy a gift and needs something last minute. Whereas if you're in a grocery store, everybody's already stuffed their faces so much they're liable to bust. You're not seeing somebody go into a grocery store after a big ass meal.
Nope.
That's why it's a lot weirder to be in a grocery store that's dead. I mean, even in
grocery stores. I like dead grocery stores because then their customer service reps where they're like all bored and they're like, "Sure, we'll find someone to help you." And then I end up talking to the customer service rep that actually helps me out. And I'm like, "Yeah, I know that it's been like it's very dead, isn't it?" And she's like, "Yeah." And like, to be honest, like if it wasn't for you, I probably would have been even more bored. I'm like,
so I knew some friends who would do like overnight jobs, and they'd work in some grocery stores that were open 24 hours. And
that's the worst.
They would always tell me about some really funny things that they would do where they actually brought remote control cars into the store, and they'd drive them from aisle to aisle just for shits and giggles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, that actually sounds kind of cool. Like, imagine. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Imagine taking like an RC car and just going full speed down a grocery aisle in the dead of night.
Oh, is Evan Ingram hurt?
He might be.
Oh no, I think we're good. Let's see.
Is he in cardiac arrest? No.
Bad joke.
You too soon.
That was such a bad joke.
Too soon.
Yes, too soon. Read the room.
The room's not worth reading at this point. You're the only one in it.
Really, dude. And the dad jokes are back. Your kids. I feel bad for your nephews.
Better me than you. You'd be about as good an uncle as I'd be as a driver.
Because you have all you and your brother-in-law basically come up with a bunch of dad jokes. I guarantee.
Better dad jokes from me than mockingly wannabe playful awkwardness from you.
You're socially awkward too. Shut up.
Someone's getting defensive.
How am I going to put up with another 2 to 3 hours of this?
Again, I'm the one that makes your channel interesting.
Actually, no. Jason does.
Okay, so Jason's the one that basically drives up your ratings, whereas you bring them down. Got it. Now I know the dynamic. Okay, got it.
By the way, I was replaying that live stream where you guys were talking about who gives me more views, and I think Jason's the one that gives me more views, to be honest.
You know what? Honestly,
Because I put
I'm
up all the
to admit it.
shorts. Because I edit a lot of shorts, and I put like 30-second clips up, and all the stuff that you say result to only like 6 to 10 views. Jason, I put up stuff that Jason says. I get a lot of views, a lot of likes, and surprisingly, a lot of subscribers.
Sex sells.
Shut
the man is a perv. That's what sells.
Shut up.
Bro, I am a very blunt person, and if you can't appreciate that, well, then that's your problem.
Yeah, whatever. By the way, I'm never taking your recommendation on Zabia ever again.
Zevia?
Yeah,
You just don't have good taste. That's all it is.
No, dude, it's straight up diet soda, bro.
Yeah, because you want to pump carcinogens into your heart. It's okay. I understand.
It's straight up soda, bro.
I actually just had a can of Zevia today. It's delicious.
What flavor?
Cherry.
Okay, I agree with you that cherry's the best. But
I actually like the cream soda one too. And I will take the cream soda and put a little bit of heavy cream in with it. Oh, freaking amazing! It tastes like a root beer float.
Speaking of, let me get one.
All right, now all you hidden subscribers that weren't on the channel before, now that Oscar is heading out for a few minutes, you can come on in. I love being me. Now, honestly,
let's see what this is. Oi!
That's what she said.
It's because it's straight in my face.
That's what she said. It was such good timing.
Let me put this down. Let me put this down so that way I can laugh hard.
That's what she said. I told you I got you. That was the best ever.
Let's see. Ooh, I think this is I think this is like the it smells like Sprite. So.
Oh God! Right in my face. Oh damn! That's what she said.
Oh, I think Jason's in.
Yo! Oh. Jason L. Amino acids.
Yo.
Oh, that was.
I can't get out.
You're echoing.
Oh, hold on.
Oh damn, dude! Oh my gosh!
All right, so I'm in, but it's like that dialogue box trying to tell me about their local recordings, and I can't get out of it. Just like Naeem can't get out of giving up his balls.
Oh,
yes.
Baby.
Actually, he can't get out of losing them.
Thanks.
That's the point. It's just a different way of saying the joke.
Well, that was interesting.
So you finally you crawled out of your bed?
Okay, now I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
That's what she said.
Hey, Aaron, does this show a background for me? Because I chose one.
Let's see. Like a background, like a green screen, like behind you.
Yeah. It's not
No, I
technically
see.
physically behind me. It's supposed to be like a blue backdrop
Maybe-
and a Dallas Cowboys background.
Oh dang! It's 10-7.
Oh, no, I do not see any of that.
Okay.
Titans.
I'm not even watching the game, gentlemen.
Because the AFC South is about as
Oh.
interesting. The AFC South is about as interesting as a wet fart.
It's about as interesting as Naeem's love life.
Well, exactly, and that's
Oscar
why nobody
missed
watches
that
it.
joke. Oh,
Sorry, I couldn't say because I was in the middle of choking.
That's what she said. Both of those statements. She couldn't say because she was joking.
joking. Hi, AC boy. Aaron, remember my doggy?
Yes, I do.
The one who spun on the bed? Hi, boy. Hi.
Oh
Yes.
you spun on the bed. When
Yeah,
was
so
this?
we have a trick that we taught him.
Mhm.
It's spin, and he actually spins around. Yes, good boy. Hey, spin,
Oh,
spin. No, you want to lick me? Okay.
spin, spin, spin them all. It's your time to spin them all.
You're so cute. You're such a good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
By the way, Jason, meant to ask,
Yeah.
because I think we talked about it a little bit. What did you think of the whole DeMar Hamlin situation?
Oh, Ace, what did you think?
I think we covered it.
I mean, I was stunned by
I
it.
think I think he had some sort of pre-existing condition that he didn't tell the NFL about. He's 24 years old. He probably got drafted fairly recently, and I think he had some sort of pre-existing condition.
He's
that
been
he didn't
2
tell
years in the NFL. He's been 2 years in the NFL, and
Well, here's
I
the
think-
thing: you got to know that cardiac arrests they can
They-
happen
they
to
don't-
anyone.
they
To
can happen to
anyone and
anyone.
anyone. Yeah.
you don't
Like,
have to have a pre-existing condition. You could be the healthiest dude in the world. I mean, that's what we heard about COVID was, it's only going to affect this person, that person. No, it affects anyone and everyone. My friend is a fairly healthy person. She's a health nut, and she still got COVID. So it's really not. I mean, the flu doesn't discriminate. I mean, it does affect more people who are, overweight or maybe not as healthy in their intestines and all of that. But I thought the DeMar Hamlin situation was.
Well, then there you go.
I think the DeMar Hamlin situation was scary. I was watching it live, which is why I was trying to text Oscar, but no, he spoke to No Nuts instead of watching football. And
He lost his man card after that.
I actually wasn't speaking to No Nuts. I was on the phone with Ira. Thank you very much.
no, you told me. Oh, dude, I was on the phone with Naeem talking about the Florida trip.
No, first when that happened, I was on the phone with Ira.
So he
Then
was on the phone with some bitch named Ira.
I rubbed
instead
on
of
it.
anyways,
Ira.
continue.
Anyway, so I mean, it was disturbing to watch. It was shocking. It was scary. It was as heartbreaking as you could. I've never seen that in the NFL. I'd never seen an ambulance. It was honestly a traumatic experience, and so, I'm just glad that he's off the breathing tube and he's talking to his teammates. And it's crazy that what he thought of was the game, and that response by the doctor. It was just so again. Terrible
I feel like the
situation that
NFL
happened, but I'm glad he's okay. Regardless
I feel like the
regardless
Yeah,
of what
sorry,
happened, regardless of what happens with the game, with the playoffs, with whatever, at least, and even with his career, at least he's okay and he's safe. And thank God for the first responders out there in Cincinnati. And I heard the game is canceled, so what happens if a playoff game or a game that decides a playoff is canceled? Do they then play it again?
The Chiefs have
No.
automatically won the number one seat because of that.
Yeah, basically. So the Chiefs won
The Chiefs have automatically won the number one seat because of that.
So and then so apparently if these three teams actually make it to if it's the Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship,
Right.
they will have to play it on a neutral site.
Why on a neutral site?
I don't know. That's the way the NFL wants.
But it wouldn't make sense. Why can't they just play it at Buffalo?
I don't know. Like that's the way that the way the NFL basically announced it.
Weird. Like, is it more
Because the
more
Buffalo made this decision having absolutely no idea how to deal with it.
Well, so with the game, right? So basically, both the Bengals and the Bills need someone to do something for one of them to be in the playoffs.
No, they're in the playoffs. No, they're in the playoffs. Like they're in the playoffs.
All three of them are.
The seating and the seating is different.
Right. So they
if
need
the Bengals could have if that game could have continued.
Instead of them playing, they need someone to do something for each one to figure out their seed.
Basically,
well, this is what gets me. This is what gets me. Both teams in some way could have been screwed because of this. Because it, as much as I'm rooting for the Ravens, I do think that the Bengals in this situation could have been unfairly screwed out of clinching the AFC North ahead of time.
Yeah.
And it's okay, kiddo. And here's the thing: the Ravens could have. I mean, the Bengals could have had a clinched division if they would have played that game. I'm not saying they should have played the game out. I'm not saying that by any means. Sure. But if the Bengals would have won that game, they would have clinched the AFC North without needing to have that game against Baltimore tomorrow.
And I think the Cowboys, it's similar to what the Cowboys did, which was just a few games ago. Had they won against like the Texans, or had they won against the Jaguars, had they done things better, they wouldn't need the Eagles to lose out and the 49ers to lose out and then this to do this and that to do that. So I think there's a lot of teams, granted in different situations, right? But that are in the same kind of situation, if you get what I mean.
The Bengals are suffering from this situation because I mean, of course, again, I'm not saying the game should have continued. I'm just saying that you needed some alternative method to decide that game where the Bengals could have had a shot at clinching the AFC North without the game against the Ravens tomorrow. I'm saying this as an objective.
Sure, yeah. I get you. Yeah.
Because believe me, I would have been the first person to say, like, yay, the Ravens have a chance to win the division tomorrow. Awesome. But with that game gone...
Well, here's the thing. Even if the Ravens win, either way, they're not going to play. Like, if the Ravens win, apparently it's going to be something with a coin flip, depending on, like, I think that game is going to be a neutral site too. Which,
hold on, gentlemen, I'll be right back.
Only the NFL does that stuff.
Well, I do think that in different ways, obviously, but I think in different ways, both the Bengals and the Bills got screwed in different ways for this.
Even though the Ravens aren't even going to go far in the playoffs, especially that they know that Lamar Jackson took his last snap as a Baltimore Raven 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, however long it was.
See, again, you're pulling that, and I'm going to mention Amari Cooper going over 200 yards on your asses.
Okay, I don't care, but I know I don't care. I don't care about that.
The Browns, who by the way, are the lowest part of the AFC North.
We'll see you next year.
And you guys couldn't even get past them.
You guys lost to the Browns too. Shut up. You guys lost to the Browns too. 13-10.
But we beat them this year also.
Okay, we only play them once a year.
and that's fine. But you want to bring it up, but you've got less room to talk than you do sitting in that seat.
I guarantee you, if the Ravens win against the Browns, that tomorrow's game, no matter even if they canceled the Bengals game, they still would have had a chance to win the division. But no, you'll have to do what Ravens do. Choke when it matters most.
I mean, I guess it's one to know one. It takes a choke artist to know a choke artist.
Let's be honest. Lamar Jackson is going to be the next Matt Ryan. He's going to choke away big games.
Well,
just like Ron Rivera is the next Oscar Montiel.
You guys barely have a quarterback.
Jason, stay out of this. The big boys are talking.
No, because Cowboys do the same thing. They try and play up to the big teams, and then they choke under the small teams and the irrelevant teams like the Texans and the Jaguars. But
I made the argument.
Hold on. Since 1991, the Washington Commanders have had 33 starting quarterbacks. This is before your Ron Rivera situation. 33 starting quarterbacks. And you've had 8 in the last 3 seasons? At least these guys, yeah. I see Lamar Jackson probably not even lasting long in the Ravens. He'll probably become a Matt Ryan. At least they're going to be starting quarterbacks. Your team doesn't even know. I have a starting quarterback.
Well, Lamar Jackson isn't going to be starting for the Ravens. By the way, I don't know if you saw that debate.
All I'm saying is that if the Ravens don't bring back. If the Ravens do not bring back Lamar Jackson, that's guaranteed their next 40 seasons as a team being losing seasons.
Bro, you are such a Lamar Jackson.
Well, no, but Lamar Jackson doesn't do much for them right now anyway.
The Ravens were good before Lamar Jackson, bro.
Yeah, all right. No. Mm-hmm.
They want to stop pretending.
Yeah, but the problem is the front office spent so much time building the team around him. It's going to take them a minimum of 10 years just to try to rebuild to be able to build around another player.
By the way, Jason, the bet is this. So Aaron and I bet that because I keep on saying that Lamar Jackson isn't going to play for the Ravens again. He's saying that they're going to get franchise tags. So there's $20 on the line.
Oh, that's a good bet. Wait, you're saying they're going to franchise tag him?
I think they got a better chance of franchise tagging him than the Commanders do if we're winning the Super Bowl again.
No argument here.
Why would they spend that much why would they pay him that much more if he's not doing much right now?
They're not going to pay a quarter. They're not going to pay a quarterback to play 10 games.
Since they got rid of Hollywood Brown, they have if there's one thing I know, they have acquired a lot more salary cap space because they sent a Hollywood Brown to Arizona.
So that you know what would be funny if they sent him to the Cleveland Browns. Hollywood Brown plays for the Browns.
I mean,
but why would they take?
He is a turd.
Cap space. Why would they take that extra cap space and give it to Lamar Jackson, who's most likely going to get injured or benched after game 11 or maybe even earlier?
Thank you.
Well, the Ravens are in a position that Washington was in a few years back, wherein the Ravens need to get an offensive line that stays healthy, so a quarterback, ergo Lamar Jackson, can stay upright.
So then, why not use that cap space? Why not use that cap space on a tight end, on a couple tackles, a center, a guard? Why don't they do that instead of paying him way too much money?
But you got to figure there's a discrepancy.
What you don't want is the Jerry Jones
effect. You got to
figure
there.
You pay Dak $75 million.
There's a discrepancy.
$40 million another year, and then your entire
I am a fan.
Line, Matt Farniak, Tyler Biotis, even Tyron Smith at one point are missing. And you don't have the extra money to go out and get other guys. Yeah, you got T.Y. Hilton, but still, they need to spend on their offensive line. Because fine, they keep Lamar Jackson. They pay him, let's say, $20 million more than they normally would just to franchise tag him. And then he doesn't have the good offensive line. What If he's not as good as Lamar was just some years ago, what good is paying him that money going to do? If he doesn't have the offensive line to back him, a good, solid, young, healthy, and talented offensive line.
Well, here's the thing: the offensive line of the Ravens
Have-
is not the
have
problem.
you know
Lamar
what- do you-
Jackson
hold-
is the problem. Want to know why?
Bruh,
Because
do you
he's
know-
the one that has the knee
do you-
injuries. Because he
Good
runs,
God.
he runs around.
Lamar Jackson
What
should not be
quarterbacks
running
don't? But
around.
my point, I'm making a point, and that's this. I'm making a point, and that's this. Do you know what normative versus positive is?
Yes, but
The way
explain it to
the way things
actor over there.
are, the way things are versus the way they should be. What I'm saying is there is a big discrepancy between what should happen and what is going to happen. I feel like the Ravens front office thinks they're in a position that the only way they can win now is
You're
to
cutting out- you're
try
cutting out.
to build a. The only way that, because of how much time and manpower they've spent into building around Lamar Jackson as a player, I think that they're going to I don't think that the Ravens front office knows that the offensive line is the way to go. I think that they're still looking at playmakers, what they think are playmakers.
That's probably true. And
That's
if the
probably true,
Ravens,
but- Go ahead.
if the Ravens are thinking, "Hey guys, let's get some more playmakers," the biggest problem they're gonna suffer is when Lamar Jackson goes down again. Then those playmakers, they need something to center around. It's like in baseball. They don't have a closer, a defined closer. Like this guy in the 7th inning or in the 9th inning will close out the game. Then everyone else in the bullpen who comes in after the starter, the ace, knows their role, right? They know, hey, I'm after this guy. This guy's the boss, right? So if they do hire playmakers, right? If that's what you're saying, what's going to happen when Lamar Jackson goes down and they have to bring in their backup QB? Well, they're not going to want to center around the backup QB because that's not what they're trained to do. What I think they should do, and I think you would agree too, Aaron, is start building away from Lamar Jackson right now because Lamar Jackson ain't going to be there for too much longer.
But I will say this now:
Dang,
Oscar,
this hour and a half has flown by. It's already at halftime, and whoa.
okay, now so this is the thing. Lamar Jackson, his best days by far have been at Baltimore, and I think that there is no other team that could use him other than Baltimore.
But how much could they use him if he keeps going down?
No, well, okay. This is the point I'm making.
He keeps going down like the finances in my bank account,
bro. He's RG3 too.
Really?
He has no career when he leaves Baltimore. He has no career.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. Well, the Raiders are a new quarterback.
No. I honestly do think that you put, because look at, you talk about RG3. Who did Kyle Shanahan coach? RG3. I guarantee you he's begging for an RG3 2.0 right now. And who's an RG3 2.0? Lamar Jackson.
Or Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's been proving to be a good quarterback.
So thank you for inadvertently making my point.
Well, see,
I'm
hold on.
I'm not making a point for you. Yeah, no.
So Lamar Jackson, right? The Raiders are done with Derek Carr. They're looking for a new quarterback.
They're better off with Jarrett Stidham. They're better off with Jarrett Stidham than bringing Lamar Jackson in.
Yeah, exactly. I actually think that if Lamar Jackson goes to the Raiders, Lamar is going to die. I don't care if Devontae Adams on that team.
Well, and that's because Raiders are just a trash-ass team. Sorry, Tyler, but it's true.
Sorry.
The other point I'll make is this. If his career is to die if he leaves Baltimore, how much of his career is really left? How much
There's nothing left
there in Lamar Jackson to stay at Baltimore and really give could he really give Baltimore a really great winning season? Because who's the leader of the baseball team? The pitcher. Who's the leader of the hockey team? The captain. And the goalie sometimes. Who's the leader of the football team? The quarterback. How long can Lamar Jackson withstand From right now, how long can he withstand now? He's getting older. His playmaking ability is still there, but it ain't there. I think his best days are behind him. So how much more does Baltimore want to pay him versus why not start the rebuild this coming next season and
Now,
say, look,
now, mind you, this is what I will say. If they go into rebuilding, they will only win one game the next 5 years. If they go into rebuilding,
No,
they barely
Aaron,
win games this year.
What are you talking about? No, dude.
Rebuilding means you lose. Rebuilding means you lose.
I don't think they're gonna win a game every year, dude. Because let's look at the facts. 2008 to 2012. No, not even 2008 to 2013. Joe Flacco is trash and was trash. Let's call it like it is. He was trash, even during his rookie season. The defense, though, he was good enough where the defense was able to put them in a position for them to win a Super Bowl. So I think the Ravens are fine no matter what the quarterback situation, as long as because they know how, like, they just need a game manager. That's all they need.
There's no there's no quarterbacks out there right now that are in free agency or in the draft that can really consider themselves good game managers.
Let me see. Yeah, I think no. Yeah, you may be right on that.
Maybe. Well, Tom Brady, I think, is going to be a free agent.
He probably retiring.
No, because he said he was to spend time with his wife and kids, and then came back.
Yeah, but now that he has now that he's he can go back and watch the game tape and I'm like, ooh, did I really play that bad?
I hope he loses tomorrow, simply because he has never had a losing season in the NFL, and I want him to have at least one.
Well, they're
not going to have a losing season. They'll be 8. I think that would be. I think they're already 9-7.
No, they're 8-8 right now.
Oh, they're 8-8.
Yeah.
Who they play? The Falcons? Oh, they're winning. They're winning that game.
They played the Falcons. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're definitely winning that game.
It'll be 28-3 at halftime, and then Brady will come back and win again.
At least you'll have more time.
It's a fair point. True. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the thing too. I feel like if you're gonna build away from Lamar Jackson, why not just draft a quarterback then?
They'll have to do a lot of trading up.
Yeah, but I think if anything, the Ravens, if they are not paying Lamar Jackson, they're gonna have a lot more salary cap space then.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Aaron.
Use it properly.
If Lamar Jackson is going to last long in the NFL, how much time do you give Jalen Hurts? Because Jalen Hurts is basically a younger Lamar Jackson.
3 more years.
So the rest of his rookie contract.
Good, I think Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar right now.
Well, here's the thing: he's also
right now, but
he's showing that he's also injury prone.
Exactly. Okay. There is no such thing as a running quarterback that doesn't get injured.
True.
If you're gonna sit here and tell me that a quarterback doesn't have longevity, like if you're gonna sit there and tell me that a quarterback is gangbusters because he runs, no. Here's the thing. And you're not going to have longevity unless you completely abandon that play style. Name for me a quarterback.
I feel like the quarterbacks now, like the ones that we have now, like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, are the only ones that are going to play until they're like those are the other two. That's it. After that, I feel like the rest of the quarterbacks, since all these teams look for mobility in a quarterback, as far as that they're going to last is probably like 35, 36 at the most.
The average shelf life of a quarterback is going to be absolute crap from here on out.
Yep.
And you're going to see a lot more teams have to trade up and draft quarterbacks that much more often, simply because the quarterbacks that are coming out of the draft are all going to be runners.
Yep.
Well, yeah, and they're using parts of their body that others like Manning and both Mannings and Brady and Montana and Burrow and all of them. Well, Burrow maybe didn't use, but that's what happens in sports. UFC. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Nick Diaz that he just had to stop. Muhammad Ali had to stop. There's a point at which you have to stop. It's just sports. You think that Nadia Comaneci at 35 years old was able to do what she did in 1976 or 1970, whatever it was? No, there's no way. Nadia Comaneci
I think the game.
stop.
I think the NFL is going to get inherently contrary to what these safety implications are doing. I venture to say the game is going to get more violent over time. I venture to say that you're going to see a situation where a rookie contract is as far as a quarterback goes.
By the way, on a note before, because I noticed that we haven't even been paying attention to the game. It's 13-7. Tennessee leads. So,
you know, I like how the conversation got back to football. I'm an
hour and a half. I'm an hour and a half away from being sad.
Why?
He wants the Jaguars to win.
Yes, I want the Jaguars to win.
Good luck.
Because it's a division title game.
Hey, Aaron, did Oscar tell you about my that I finally took his ass down in subscribers after 2 years?
It only took you 2 years.
I mean, I honestly figured you'd have done that sooner.
No, I didn't. I knew I wasn't going to. I honestly didn't even think I was ever going to do it. But I did it! Did he tell you that now he's behind me? Hey, Oscar, you're what, at 20,000 views?
Something like that. I don't know. I haven't checked.
Honestly, I'm surprised. I'm surprised anybody pays any damn attention to what I say on these shows.
Here's the thing, Jason. You posted a political video and that only has what, 20 views? That's proof that it's all that trial, dude. Not your political video.
It has 35, 36 views. But again, it's fine. But that's more views than my politics videos usually get. That means my channel's on an upward trend. So, Aaron, I posted about the Idaho student murders, the killings that went on in Moscow, Idaho. And Oscar's right, it is the trials that are
We can still talk. Hey, honestly, This is how Oscar's channel gets more views. Is if you and I just sit on here.
Yeah, I know. It should just be the Jason and Aaron show.
For real, man.
That's why. He said that, I get him more views. It is true. Hey, and by the way, I told him that if he ever makes money off those shorts, I want to cut. Because I'm the one that gave him the materials.
So I'm going to be honest with you. As cocky as I am, I know you guys have more experience in this than I do. I know I'm not exactly bringing much to the table, but I'll bring something.
Well, I mean, it's all about, I don't bring anything to the table on my own. It's usually when I have Oscar or Duncan or Tyler that come in and add a little bit more oomph to it. And it's really just effort. As long as there's effort in it.
Oscar was telling me that apparently you when you're on his show, there's more of a spike in views than when I am. And I'm like, of course. Jason's got more experience than I do.
It's not even about that, because back then I used to be on his stream and we started around the same time, and he would get me more views than I would get him. So YouTube is very, very weird, and they've
been weird ever since.
He's not really being fair, because he's only done a couple shorts with you. He's done like 20 with me. So like viewers have gotten used to this one fluffy dude whose stomach takes over his eyes, right? They haven't gotten more shorts with you and it's really the topic that it is. Like I did one on Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
It got me 388 views. I did one on Kelvin Joseph. It got me 70 views.
He sure is Purdy.
He sure is Purdy. But I literally said something like Raiders lose to the 49ers. It's a pretty big disappointment. Get it?
Yes,
Get it?
of course. That was painful.
I know. So anyway, I do this the story about the Idaho student murders, right? And I did it like during when it actually happened, not the murders, but like when they were breaking the news. And I got like 50 views or whatever, or 100 views. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know. But then this week on Sunday night, I post a video. It got like 12 views. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's fine. It's another average video. You know, I'm okay with that. I wake up the next morning, it's at 150 views. I'm like, whoa. And then it goes to like 198 and then 216. I wake up later on in the day. It's like at 500, 300 something. It's now at like 730 some views. I did another. Each one is like between 100 and like 700 views.
Dude, I honestly figure by default no one's paying attention to me at all.
No, I don't think so. I mean, because there was one video where you guys got like 12 views or whatever, and I was like, I don't get more than at least 5 views on my sports things. If I by myself,
I love Oscar. I do. I think he's a cool dude, but I will say that I think that there are certain things about the NFL that I think I can eclipse him on when it comes to knowledge, and I think that.
Well, sure, yeah,
because I think that is something where he will never admit it because I think he's got like a closet ego, but
Oscar would never admit it because he's a Commanders fan.
Yeah, and he but of course he commands nothing but ridicule because of his fandom.
Oh, it's true. I mean, I tell my friends. Yeah, my friend Oscar, when they come on the show, I'm like, yeah, our friend's going to come on. He's a Commanders fan. Why?
he honestly, he still gives me so much crap for saying, oh, I was never a fan, whatever. No, it's not a matter of whether I was a fan or not, because I definitely was. And I gave concessions regarding that. But if you are a person of principle and something goes against that, then your principle should matter more. Huh?
No Nuts is joining.
No Nuts is joining. Oh,
okay.
So Naima, jokes ready.
Naima is coming.
This is what we're gonna be doing. So once he's in here, I'm gonna say, assholes, assemble.
And then you're gonna turn your face into your true form, which is a giant hole.
Donut. But yeah, so basically, Aaron, I'm at 134 subscribers right now.
Nice.
Oscar's at 125.
You got 4 more? Cool.
Yeah. So I was at 131 yesterday, and then it went to 134. So, Oscar, you got some catching up to do.
And mustard.
Okay, we'll see once this trial dies, what your channel's going to die along with it.
I got 2 subscribers off of the politics video, so, bitch.
Yeah, only 2.
Doesn't matter. I got 2 more than you did.
Considering the fact that with the Johnny Depp trial, you got 2 subscribers too. So again,
I got 6, bitch.
I just love the friendship I hear right now.
Listen, Oscar, the fact that you let a blind idiot YouTuber who screams into a microphone and whose eyes are like Aaron just trying to find his way into our streams, you know. They move like little aliens trying to find Earth. The fact you let me take you over in subscribers, I never thought I'd see the day. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Right, Aaron?
Pretty much.
Like a politics guy. Everyone likes sports more than politics. How do you let a politics guy...
sports lets you escape from politics.
Exactly. And everyone's coming to me instead of Oscar.
Okay,
That's
Jay
so
Fluff.
weird.
Okay, Jay Fluff. Whatever you say.
Listen, Oscar the pig.
Oscar the pouch.
Oscar the pouch.
The pouch. Oh, that was well timed. Oscar the pouch. Oh. Oh man, that's great.
In the thumbnail, but Oscar got offended.
Wait, what?
Because I told you that in the video where you're just burping like crazy at the Super Bowl stream, I wanted to put a thumbnail on it of a pig and call it Oscar the Pig. You know?
Oh yeah, you know why I didn't hear that conversation?
No, you told me. Hey, don't do that, man.
because you're in timeout.
Oh, so he put you backstage probably when you did that. Oscar's drunk with power. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
You know that big thing you have in your pants?
Yes.
Yeah, you should bring it out. It'll make the stream more interesting. Unlike Oscar.
Jason,
Yeah.
one more time and I'm kicking off the stream.
Hey, don't take offense. Don't take offense. You take it like a man. Come
That's
on.
what she said. That's what she
Says
said.
the guy that whenever he's reminded of the Dodgers failing, the Golden Knights being trash. Hey, there you go. There you go. Take it like a man.
But I'm not gonna tell you to stop talking about it.
Take it like a man. Take it like a man.
I am taking it. I'm just mad. Now I'm angry.
Good.
I'm still holding a grudge. How many months is it since the play? November, December, January. 3 months after the Dodgers fucked up. The Golden Knights, I told my dad yesterday, I know exactly what the Golden Knights are going to do. They're going to get to a second or third level of the playoffs, and they're going to get their asses knocked out. No, Jay, you'll see. They're playing really good this year.
I have a question, though. Are they actually showing more improvement with their new coach than their old one?
In some ways, yes.
There's a big difference between showing faith in your team and then being deluded.
What do you mean?
What I mean is
delusional.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What I mean is like, I consider myself somebody who I think could be an objective arguer. That's why I said from the beginning that I wish there could have been something done about the Bengals and the Bills game, because I believe the Bengals could have been screwed out of a division championship based on what happened. Like, as much as I would have loved the Ravens to have been able to host a playoff game, I do think that
they might be, considering how the NFL is crappy.
Yeah, but again, they didn't earn it. That's the thing. Someone goes into cardiac arrest, and that's what gives it to them. No, I'm sorry, I'm not okay with that. That's a technicality. The Bengals, I think, should have had a fair shot at in some way finishing that game in that situation.
All right, assholes.
Oh.
Hey,
assemble.
What's going on?
Hey. Woo!
Southern Tom is in here, huh?
So is Northern Tom.
At least the Toms can show up. Golden Knights.
Your balls haven't even shown up, so shut up. You know what else hasn't shown up, Naeem? Something you've been needing to send me.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
Hey,
I'm
not wrong about that. You were
personal
also supposed to call me about Florida, and now I can't go because you never called me.
Personal matters off air.
Oh no! This dude is gonna get it. Said his mom when she took his balls. Oh!
Hey, but at least I stood up to stood up to one of my ball takers and reminded her I'm not ready to meet her parents now. I really am not.
Oh yeah, that is true. He did tell me that earlier today.
What happened? What?
So at least I deserve like an eighth of a ball back.
No.
Fill him in on the details, and the no nut board will confer. We'll
the no nut
board. The no nut board. Oh my gosh.
Hey, the bees don't decide when they lose their stinger. They just decide when they die. So I don't decide when I lose my nuts, but I do decide that once I've given up all my nuts, I am dead.
Well, that's a little premature, don't you think?
And he's, oh, well, make sure those nuts are not around to make premature. Let me not go there right now on air. Because if the nuts are around, there's gonna be some premature ejaculation.
Oh gosh, I knew that joke was
God.
coming, and I leaned right the hell into it.
You
Just
asked for
like
that
how
one.
except the only thing
I
is that
leaned right into that freaking joke, dude.
Don't lean in too close because when it squirts large.
Look, just wear your safety goggles and you're okay.
Exactly.
Naeem's don't go
Yeah,
that
that
far.
one.
Just wear some glasses and you'll
All
be
right.
good.
All right. So Naeem with excluded with
What's
as
going on with
little
Damar
personal
Hamlin? I heard he
details.
talked. I thought he talked to his team on video chat.
Yeah, he's fine now.
He actually
is he
for
gonna,
the
is
first,
he gonna be
for the
back
first
on
couple
the
of
field
days,
because Tua
No.
also got messed up earlier this season.
for the
Okay,
first
there's a
couple of
difference
days.
there's a difference between having a head injury and a heart injury, Naeem.
There sure is a difference, but a head injury is more damaging, and they put the guy back on the field 4 days later. What kind of doctors do they
But
have over there?
that's a problem with the
Again,
Dolphins organization.
that's an indictment on the NFL too.
I want to know
Exactly.
about the Naeem standing up for one of his balls.
Only Jason wants to know personal things on an NFL stream.
All right, stay after the stream and I'll fill you in, Jason. Stay after the stream and I'll fill you in.
No, come on, fill me in now. You know you like that.
Hey, let's
Okay.
talk about the. Let's
Damn
talk
it, I was
about
gonna
how
say
the
that
Bills,
joke too.
how the Bills had a
Okay,
chance
okay,
to clean the
Naeem.
field with the Bengals. How the Bills had a chance to clean the field with the Bengals. Let's talk about that.
No,
They were
let's talk about the no nuts board is not always together all at once. So we
Did
need to do this now.
the Packers end up
He-
winning
he's
or
actually-
losing though?
He's-
Did the
he's-
Packers
he's
end up
actually-
winning or losing?
He's actually
They
he's
beat
actually
the Vikings this past
They beat-
weekend,
They
And
beat the
so-
Vikings, so they fucked over the Commanders basically.
and the
Basically.
Saints,
And
and the Saints.
Naeem, tell the
Oh my-
fucking story. Come on, the no nuts board is in session.
hey, we will
point.
talk about that. We'll talk about that when the no nut
no.
board. When the no
He doesn't want the
board,
viewers to know about it.
Yeah, we don't want the interwebs to hear.
It's
of it.
okay. Oscar has no viewers. Oh,
Once it's on the
just
tube,
like
it's on
just
the
like
tube.
just like your sports stream. Oh, by
Hey,
the way, how is
shout
your
out-
yeah,
sports
but you're
stream
the
doing?
sports guy.
in-
you're
in-
more
in-
experienced
com-
and you're
and-
better.
and
You
against-
should be
Shout
able to
out-
have
and
more
convert
views
it,
than me.
Shout out to Helen
well,
Bahia.
here-
She was watching
well-
your stream a few weeks ago, bro.
What the fuck?
Let's hope you didn't say something
Okay, that
stupid,
was-
Oscar.
That was an odd FYI. The fuck?
Whoops. Looks like she's not over you, Oscar.
Oh no, she ain't. Well, at least she wasn't watching my
Pounding
YouTube.
from the
rants.
back. Anyway, Naeem, tell us the story.
Yeah, she
Anyways.
got to watch Uber balls and Insta balls and all the balls.
That sounds like the world's worst porn service.
And what made it
I
even
know,
better
right?
than that is that I was in Iowa when that conversation happened.
Insta balls. And
Subscribe to Instaballs for $69 a month.
You're gonna get
Anyway-
super Insta.
Anyway, the no nut board is
If
here,
you want
Naeem.
Insta Plus, you just pay an extra $10 and you get Insta Plus balls. So you're not going to be walking around with 2 balls. You'll be walking around with 3, a triangle.
Only 3?
All right.
$10
You gotta
for
make
one?
a triangle out of Insta balls.
Oh. So anyway, the no nuts board is all together for once. Let's do this. Come on.
All right. Oscar, do you want this on your stream?
I don't really care.
He has to sign a release
Right.
first.
Yeah, you got to sign that NDA,
All right.
non-disclosure agreement.
We are not
Non-compete clause.
the no nut board and the host of RTS with Oscar Montiel is not responsible for the information that is being broadcast.
The contents of this ad.
the context of this ad. We also
My
not
name
responsible
is
if-
Faxman, and I approve this message.
but the no nuts board is also not responsible.
Hey,
for
you heard about George Santos?
Oh my goodness,
right?
Naeem, stop it!
You heard about George
The no-
Santos?
The no nuts board is also not responsible for the decision we make on air.
Wait, you ain't making any decisions, bro. You ain't making any decisions. You know who castrated me before all of y'all even considered castrating me? You know who castrated me first?
Your mom?
Oh, even Aaron knows. Even Aaron knows.
No, you know
Bro,
who
it's-
castrated.
Bro,
you know who
it's not that
castrated me
hard to
before?
figure out.
It really isn't. But even before her, you know who really castrated me?
Your sister?
The Virgin
Even
Mary?
before them, and even before the Virgin Mary, man, I tell you, the Virgin Mary made me into Jesus. But okay, that was a little low.
That's what she
All
said.
right. Before
Sorry,
before
Paul.
we lo-
Oh!
before we lose any more patience,
We're not in the hospital, so we can't lose patience.
Oh,
Oh!
good point.
All right, now you tell us the story.
all right.
And I
No
muted
one
the
The
game
comes
just
game
for
is
to
so
this.
interesting right now.
Yeah, the whole board has to mute up.
All right, yeah. All right, let's
All right,
mute.
hold on.
Oh, the board's got to mute up, and I'll tell you all the story now. All right, I'm hearing that mute. Good. There's one more person that's got to mute. Perfect. Okay. So it all starts back in December when I
Oh.
decided, ooh, one of our board members chooses not to mute. What gives you VIP privileges? That's
You're muted.
all right. You good.
Oops, I accidentally muted you. Hold on.
Oh, muted up. All right. So, as I was saying, so basically, this is how it all happened. Back in December, I hit up Jason, and I was, I was toasted, bro. I was doing things I haven't done in years. Point of the matter is, Jason talked some sense into me. So, man, there are two types of women. Women who are going to be there when it matters most, and women who are going to suck your resources when it matters least to them and leaves you out in the cold to dry. I probably misread what advice you were trying to give me, Jason, but that's what I got from it anyway. So I passed out, got up the next morning, pounding headache, must I add, and decided to call up, my significant other at the time. Told her, this ain't gonna work out. She pouted, cried, and said all the things like we can't say it's not gonna work unless we try, and all those poetic euphemisms. Nevertheless, after about a week of going back and forth and waffling and doing all kinds of crazy things, I put my foot down and I said, "It ain't happening, girl. It ain't happening." So that's cool. So she reaches out like 2 weeks later on some let's try to be friends. Hey, by the way, I'm going to New York City in April. You should come with me and my friends. One of her friends being a good friend of hers now, but was her boyfriend at one point. So she says, and by the way, this particular gentleman, the one who coincidentally is her ex, had apparently set some rules, some expectations at this New York City party shindig we're throwing together in April. And one of the rules is I cannot show up acting stupid. Fine, I cannot show up acting stupid when I'm paying the same amount for the Airbnb that every last one of y'all are paying. But he gets to decide to say, because he's Mr. Alpha Male in Chief. You know what? I want to start asking, are you sure you ain't hooking up with him just as he's got a wife? Because I suspect you give him more leverage and more say than you even give me. So no, I ain't going to your New York City trip. Then she said, well, half the reason I'm coming out to New York City is to see your ass. I said, I thought we were over. What is there to see from me? She's like, don't friends want to see each other and travel across the country for each other? I said, I don't know if I'll do that for you specifically. But nevertheless, I'm not going to show up because I got some pride. I got some dignity. I got some shit, bro. I ain't going to show up just because your friend gets to lay down the rules and decide whether and when I can act stupid and whether and when I can't act stupid. So, alas, she became upset. And we ended the conversation. She said, honestly, the real thing is it's not him, it's me. I don't trust you when you're incapacitated. I don't trust you when you're inebriated. I don't trust you when you're intoxicated. And I said, oh, okay. So I'm not allowed to get incapacitated, and I'm not allowed to get inebriated, and I'm not allowed to get intoxicated. Okay, I see how it is. I don't want to party with you. I want to party with people who are down to party with me no matter where I am and what I'm up to. So I dipped. About a week later, she messages me and we talk like civilized people. We message back and forth and all the good stuff, and we're messaging like civilized human beings. And it comes up, and she says, "Yeah, my parents are coming down to visit me from Minnesota tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool." She just mentioned it. No ads, no ifs, ands, or buts, no times of when it's gonna go down. Just yeah, my parents are coming out to visit me. I'm like, all right, bet. She gets upset on some. I didn't show up to say hi when her parents were around. And she's on like some shit where it's kind of like, if you want there even to be a chance, you have to show up and say hi to my parents and show that you're taking initiative for them to even, be into you. Otherwise, they don't approve because they have some bad assumptions about you. So, no, really, why? What have you been telling them? She's like, I've been telling them that you've been acting stupid. All right, well, that's your loss. You're the one who put your own foot in your mouth saying that you're walking around talking with a guy who, quote unquote, is acting stupid. That makes you look like a fool in front of your parents, not me. I don't know them. What they think about me don't bother me any. Oh, no. So, she wanted me to come show up today and save face around her parents and make amends for there to even be the slightest hope in the future that we can work out or be a thing. I said, girl, why are you holding on to this hope? If there's going to be hope, it's going to appear out of nowhere. You can't be holding on to hope and saying, let's let go at the same time. You got to make a clean decision. And I've already made a clean decision. And my decision was a clean break. By the way, if you don't mind blocking me in the process, that would be appreciated. That was my decision. So anyway, I keep on going on and explaining this stuff to her. And she's on, so we got to meet my parents. Well, guess what? 1, I don't want to meet your parents. 2, I'm not ready to meet your parents. 3, I have no interest in ever meeting your parents. Thank you very much. And I communicated that to her and have since decided to block her. By the way, she's on the block list and is going to be there for a long time. And it takes a lot for me to be convinced to block someone. By the way, she knows about my previous ethical transgressions, but she's still come back crawling. So who's the one who's begging for a toxic relationship? Not me. Nevertheless, she is blocked now, and I wish to have no more contact with her, and I'm announcing to the whole world that she best not ever reach out to me. So if you're watching this stream live, girl, you know who you are. Don't be giving me no calls. Go crying back to your parents in Minnesota, and hopefully they'll find you a man who has a better reputation in their opinion. Those white supremacist, racist assholes.
Donuts board!
All right, now this is the rule. Now, Naeem, you have to. I'm gonna ask you to kindly leave, and I'll text you when we come to a decision.
Wait, hold on. Is he here?
I think he did. Wait, is he?
I don't.
It's just the three of
Oh,
us
no,
right
I
now,
think-
so he's gone.
Oh, okay, so he left.
He's gone even before you even asked him.
Okay, cool.
He knew it was an Oscar stream, so he was like, all right, let me get out of here.
All right. So, what's the decision? I mean, most of the information. Okay, Aaron. Let me give you the Cliff Notes. I don't know if you know the whole story, but let me give you the Cliff Notes version. So this woman, and Jason, don't interrupt. So this woman is our former supervisor in Iowa. She kissed him
All right.
on that, and it was not consensual.
Consensual.
So then, whatever, like after that month, this happened in early July to throughout August, she was begging him and begging him and begging him and begging him to give him a chance. He wasn't willing to. We leave Iowa, go to Denver, and everything's hunky-dory. I guess when Jason and I weren't with him in Iowa in Denver,
He lost his balls and went back to her.
Yes, and they ended up becoming a thing, and they were doing this back and forth thing for 3 months.
He sounds like he was playing it up and blustering it for the two of you, but then as soon as y'all leave, because he's not around his boys, it's different.
True. Anyway,
if I hit that nail on the head pretty damn well.
Yeah, basically. I mean, he can stand up when it's males, not when it's females.
But
Where did
I
Jason
mean,
go?
why does it take this long to stand up for yourself, anyways, regardless
Oh,
of
hold
what
on.
is said?
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Have fun.
All right, Aaron.
I mean-
get our pants out.
Yeah, really.
We need to make this interesting. I think here's the thing. You know, he kept caving, and he used that excuse of, "Well, you never know if I might like her." And I told him, I'm very good at. I don't know if I told you, but I'm very good at predicting things. Like when I see them from a mile away, like I can go, "Oh, I know exactly what's gonna happen." You know what I mean? Like I do, and it's not to say that I'm cocky. I'm not just. It's that when I see a pattern of things.
You're a good judge of character.
Oh, thank you. Like I have a good judge of your balls.
Oh, okay, there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
well,
doesn't?
you know, there's a lot of things I've seen from there. Anyway, so
Mhm.
I told him exactly what was going to happen. Well, he kept going back, and then the first time that this thing with this guy, I know his name, but this guy that the first time it happened, he said no because he was telling Naeem what to do. When it comes to guys, Naeem can stand up for himself like that. When
Hey,
it's like-
Jason.
yeah.
Can you do me a favor and send the link to Naeem's
Oh.
email through text? Because his
Oh.
phone died out per usual.
Oh yeah.
So, can I? Yeah.
So essentially, before I do that, so it was the guy telling Naeem what to do, like, "Hey, you can't do this," and Naeem stood up to him. But if it was this girl who told him what to do, he would probably say, "Oh, I can't show up, stupid. Okay, I get it," because Naeem can't stand up for him. Usually, 99% of the time, can't stand up for himself against
And
the
this
girl.
is to all women, all women,
Not
just.
like
So
not just his mom, not just his sisters, not just his significant others. Anybody.
I have an impression, and I'm curious because I don't know if you guys have been around him when it comes to like different women he's dated, but does he seem to
I have.
conform? Does he seem to conform to the personality of the person he dates? The things that he likes, the things that he's into, like
No, he doesn't really do that. He just
Mm.
anything they say
So-
go. So like for example, Michael A, you know who we're talking about,
yeah.
right? When we were doing the Super Bowl stream, he promised to be here. Instead, he went there and it was his mom who said, "No, you're gonna go because I said so because you bought the ticket." If it was me, I would have said, "Great, you can go if you're so desperate to go. I'm staying." Naeem caved to his mom, and then when he was with Michael A, he decided to cave to her because she told him to leave, and he left. So it's really not. Oh, I now like what she likes. Maybe a one thing, but that was it. It's
was
more
it.
like
Anyways,
women can tell
yeah.
him what to do, when to do it, how to do it, bend his knees, shake his ass, all of that, and he'll do it. So, but when it's this guy, oh hell no, he's not telling me what to, and that's fine because hey, you don't let another man tell you what to do. But why is it that he could stand up to him but not to this person?
But see, then this is
And
a symptom of low
okay,
self-esteem then, because this is a symptom of low self-esteem then, because at that point what he's doing is saying that his own
Jason, have you sent him
Yeah.
the link yet?
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron. I suggest you don't say anything about that because he can jump back stream and he can hear exactly what you're saying.
Okay, well, my point being, I'm not going to mince words, and I'm going to say this. You as a person have to decide what is worth it and what is
there
not.
you go.
All right, so
Adam.
decision time, boys.
All right, decision time,
Less
boys.
than an eighth. What's less than an eighth? Is there a number?
116.
16th.
1/16 is less than an eighth?
Yes.
Okay, so I say we give him 1/16 of his balls.
I'm in favor of a quarter.
A quarter?
Aaron,
No.
you're-
An eighth. I'd rather go an eighth than a quarter.
I'll go with the 8th.
All right, we'll do an eighth of his balls.
Fine, I guess.
Now,
Now, remember, he
this
can
is the
lose
thing.
them really fast, Aaron. He can lose
Yes,
them really fast.
that. Okay, so it's funny you said that.
that eighth is literally
That's
an
the point
atom.
I was going to make.
His eighth is literally an atom of a ball.
An atomic ball dropping.
But he's not going
All
to
right,
keep it very
Naeem.
long.
So Naeem, did you hear that? Oh wait, hold on. Let me get back into this. So Naeem, did you hear that? You got an eighth of your balls back.
You think I got an eighth of my balls back? Yo, did you see how YouTube went haywire when I called them? Watch, let me try it again, see if they throw me out again. Those what did I call them? Racist white supremacist assholes from Minnesota.
Naeem, are you still here?
I swear YouTube does some weird shit.
Oh yeah, he's there.
No, it did tell me something just now, my voiceover.
We couldn't get rid of him that easily.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you got
an eighth of your balls. Let's see how long it takes for you to.
And it's an eighth of one of your balls.
One of your balls, not
an eighth of one of my balls. Well, I'll tell you how I get the other eighth of that one ball. I remind Jason that I got my memory intact, and make sure that payment comes due when it's due.
It does come due when it's due.
Jason,
and I wanted to send it to you this morning, but apparently they're like, oh, because it's a business account that you have the money being deposited into because of my school. If normally in a personal account, you can have it dropped in your account on a Saturday if it's needed. But because you're a business account, we have to do it on a business day. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
All right, take your time. I just wanted you to know that my
But
memory is
I just want you to know, Naeem, that my memory also, like, if it serves me right, I'm also waiting for some electronic thing you're sending me or something like that.
Yeah, so both of us have to stop dropping balls on each other.
Well, you're used to dropping balls, so you got to.
Oh, that's why
Jason's not a stranger to dropping balls either. Quite clearly.
That's why both your voices cracked so much.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong about that.
I got a deep voice than Naeem though.
What did this stream turn into?
How is Patrick
David? No. Jason? You know what the stream turned into? The stream turned into an exercise in avoiding watching the Jags
atrocity,
and
the atrocity that is the AFC South. What's the score anyway? Alexa, Jaguars score.
Oh, the Jacksonville Jaguars are from Florida.
Oh, that's sad. 16-10, really. To Josh Dobbs. To Josh Dobbs. Get out of here.
Got to give that man the dub.
Tell you, them Tennessee Titans are tasty.
Some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Yes, exactly.
Get that shit out of here.
So you're in Tallahassee these days, Aaron?
I am actually in Crawfordville, which is 45 minutes south of town.
He's in Gatorland.
How far are you from Orlando? If you were to stop in for a day, we're going to be down there next week.
I'm 5 hours away.
22nd. Huh?
I'm 5 hours away.
Oh, okay.
And trust me, I would love to go there if I ever could, because my work's headquarters is actually out in Orlando, and I haven't been.
Yeah, you're not able to make it out the 14th to 22nd, right, Jason? Oscar was telling me that you're trying to work out.
No, because from the 13th to the 16th, my friends are going to be here.
Okay,
work it out. Oh my gosh, a friend.
Yeah, I know, right? What?
Breaking news! Jason
Holy hell!
Holy shit!
Reporting
what I told Oscar was I could probably do
CNN
the
Plus
to the 21st.
Yeah, I'm gonna be around till the 21st, 22nd at the latest, but 21st.
Yeah, because if you wanted to do because that would be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday. So if you want to do Sunday, I might be able to. The only problem is
a play.
What, you mean Sunday the 22nd?
Yeah.
I'll be coming back to DC at that point.
Yeah, that's the point. If we leave the 22nd and not the 21st, yeah.
Oh, so you're saying you'll do a Wednesday through Sunday?
Yeah, but the problem is I would have to buy my own hotel because
either way, no, the 21st is a Sunday. The 22nd
No, the 21st is a Saturday.
Saturday, and then the 22nd is because the 23rd I have that exam.
Yeah, he has to be back by the 23rd for the exam. I should be back by the 23rd for school anyway.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
So Sunday.
By the way, Jason, were you able to convert that class into online or no?
Oh, I still have to do that. But my point is, I would still have to get a hotel of my
Typical
own.
Cowboys fan doing things late.
Well, because I have to set up the in-person accommodations in case it doesn't work,
Exactly.
and I have to do things.
Those accommodation letters can be a real pain to get a hold of.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So, but anyway, I'd have to buy myself a hotel room because Oscar only got one that has one queen bed, and I snore like a fucking bear. So you guys don't want me in there.
Well, hold off on
I mean,
that.
I know Jason's fantasies involve sleeping with Oscar.
Hold on.
Oscar,
No, this is what I was gonna do. Cause go ahead, and then I'll say what I was talking about with my trust.
So as not to get charged extra, because last time in Denver you got charged extra because you told them there were 3 people. You could still do a 2-people room at the same price and just do 2 doubles instead of 1 king.
But the thing is, he doesn't want me in there because I snore like a bear.
Yeah,
I'll sleep with you in the bed, no problem, bro.
No, dude, you can hear me throughout the whole room.
Yeah, you can.
It's not a big deal. If you want to take your own room, you could, Jason. But with what you don't want to put yourself in a difficult situation.
Oscar's gonna complain. I can't get any sleep. I'm Oscar.
You're not hearing what he's saying, Jason. God damn, typical Cowboys fans not listening.
To give you another option, but I don't think it's a feasible option for you, which is taking another room for yourself. So I think all of us have to get over our little annoyances if we all 3 want to get together. If you don't want to join us or you can't join us, then just the 2 of us do it and we keep the arrangement originally as it is. Otherwise, at no extra charge, Oscar just tell his hotel it's 2 people. He doesn't even mention a third. And what we do is we take 1 room with 2 doubles, and then we get 2 keys, and then later, maybe like a day or 2 later, one of us say we misplaced our key, but don't misplace it, and then ask for a second copy of the key, and then we give that second copy to the third person.
This sounds like 2 people, like 3 people trying to get in, or 3 people trying to get into a concert with 2 tickets.
Basically, but it doesn't
there's
matter.
this sketchy ass dude.
I don't
Well, I have a question for you, Jason. Will you even be able to afford?
Oscar, hear me out. I don't always need a key myself, so I could give you my key.
You could use his hairpin.
He really doesn't need a key. But what I was going to say is this, Jason.
I'm always hear me out. There's more, Oscar. I'm always gonna be either with one of y'all or with my siblings, so I'll be fine in terms of all the time, huh?
Can we hang out with your siblings too?
They're trying to do a girls thing, so even I most likely am not going to hang out much with them.
That's even better for Jason. Now you can find a date as well.
There are many fine women in Orlando, Florida, Jason.
Anyway,
you don't want to
Jason, either way, are you going to be able to pay? Are you even going to be able to pay like the parking tickets, like the park tickets and all that crap?
I'll just use a credit card. Where are you guys going?
You can make it out there. If you're not putting yourself in too much financial peril,
we're going to.
If you're not putting yourself in too much financial peril, then yeah, you should do it. You should do it, bro.
Yeah, where are you guys going?
The parks that we're thinking of is Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and what was the third one for Disney?
Disney World?
Crap. No, yeah, that's Magic Kingdom and Disney World are the same thing. It's the third one.
There's Hollywood Studios, Universal.
Oh, that one. Hollywood Studio. Yeah, Hollywood Studios, and then we were gonna do Universal and Adventure Island.
Damn, Oscar, how much are you spending? Holy shit!
The tickets are like a combined like $600, give or take.
And that's not even including if you wanted to go for express passes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, express passes cost a separate charge.
Cast. Are we back to your Iowa? Are we back to your Iowa accent now? Where's Kyle?
Yeah,
Where's Kyle?
A separate charge.
I can't believe they speak like that. Like, it's such a weird accent.
In Arkansas, they'll say, I'm
used to
do something instead of going to do something.
But I'm gonna tell you a little secret,
Yeah, that's
Oscar.
the South.
If it's too much for all of us, we don't have to do all 5. Like we could just do like 2 or 3, and then spend other days in Orlando doing other things. Now that we're gonna be around for 7 or 8 days versus 9 days, you know what I mean? So like, I definitely want to do Epcot, and then it's good to do Disney World because that's the OG.
Talk about getting
Right?
Epcot.
And then we could do a third one like Universal or Adventure Island if we don't want to do all
This is
5.
Universal
because
and
it's gonna
Adventure
come
Island
up
are 2
quite
in
costly.
1. They're 2 in 1.
Huh?
They're 2
Okay,
in
so
1.
we could. Okay, that's fine. So we could do that.
The only thing
2 in
is, since
1.
we're blind bitches, we're probably gonna, and since you like to wander off, right, Jason? We're gonna most likely need 2 days to do both.
Because,
Okay.
dude, Aaron, in Denver, we meet these strangers. We're walking to the train, and Naeem, knowing that we're hanging out as a group, ditches us for that person.
You know what? You know what it is? You know what it is?
with Oscar.
Okay, there's this thing I saw on YouTube about this guy who goes all over New York and he's just asking random people to see their apartments. I feel like Naeem would be that guy, but in just every apartment in New York.
Yeah, doing some real estate reconnaissance, doing some real estate searching, shopping.
Like seriously,
Hey,
this guy
man.
walks up to a random woman. He goes, "How much do you pay for rent every month in New York?" And she tells him, "Can I see your apartment?"
Yeah, I'd
And
like
just
to see
gets
your
him
apartment.
No, Naeem would be like, hey, I heard New York's got some great granite countertops. You know, it'd be nice if I could take a look.
I wanted to
Wow,
buy one myself. Can I see the one in your house?
Yeah.
I was thinking of throwing some investment capital into some nice granite countertops. So if you don't mind me taking a glance at
Just
yours,
don't take
you
it for
might be the
granted.
you might be the first venture capital project I embark on.
And then, dude, Aaron, on the train, this is a giant train. This train is fucking huge. Like, there's like that one car we were in went back for fucking miles. This dude speaks like this. Hey, so yeah, what is there to do, y'all? Oh, I bet that's really good. And then you see people reading their books like, who the fuck is that freak?
Dude, nobody likes the guy who talks to everybody like they're all deaf.
Yeah.
No, it's just that he
Naeem.
was raising his voice because he would face one
I was
direction
trying
or
to
the
talk
other
to the whole
because
train.
it was
that's
so
why.
big. That train was so
I was trying to
huge,
talk to
but
the whole
everyone
train,
was
yeah,
like,
exactly.
everyone
Oh,
was
it
in
was-
their
it
own
was big. It didn't
conversation, and
feel
Naeem
big.
interrupted that conversation.
But still, like,
Yeah,
okay.
Naeem, you
when
really got to work on not interjecting yourself in other people's conversations.
All right,
well,
that's
okay.
cool. That's cool. Then I'm gonna tell you
It was
what.
so
I'm gonna
funny, though, 'cause I
interject
was like-
myself in only the conversations I want to be a part of in Florida, which means then I'm gonna pick which theme parks I want to go to. Then there will be others where you and Jason go by yourselves. How about that?
I mean, they were looking
Wow,
for something
so
romantic, though.
you're insulted because I said you gotta work on interjecting yourself in
No,
conversations.
I'm not
That's-
insulted. I'm not insulted. I'm grateful for the constructive feedback. But you're telling me to be more assertive and more confident. And one of my more confident skills is I cannot make it work where I could go to 5 parks in 7 days. So I'm gonna have to take a rain check on at least 1 or 2 of them.
That's an
I'm just
umbrella
letting you
term.
know, you told
right?
me I got to be more confident and assertive about how I really feel about things sometimes, right? So I'm just letting you know.
with women. With dudes, you have no
You
problem.
can't apply one standard. It got to be
No,
consistent.
because
It
you're
can't be a double standard.
assertive. You're assertive with us, but you're not assertive with women.
Yeah, I'm assertive with women.
No,
I
you're
broke up
not.
with one and just called her parents white, racist, white supremacist
Dude.
assholes.
Okay,
to her
that
face.
was today.
You
Text
broke up
messages,
with her
I could forward
after
it to you.
what? 5 months of us
I was
telling
going to
you
say, it did
do
take
so?
you a while to get to that point.
Well, it took me 5 months of at least making an effort to see if it can work. There's no harm in making an effort. Otherwise, you're never going to have someone in your life if you're going to walk away from
No.
every possible relationship lead just because of 1 or 2 little tiny flaws you see at the beginning. Those flaws turned out to be bigger, and I found that out after at least trying and making an effort to make it work.
Did you feel like
It's
there was an
better to
emotional
say at
connection
least
there?
I tried than to always ask what if.
Did you feel like there was?
Oh, what happened to Aaron?
Yeah, you cut off, Aaron.
Did you feel, Naeem, like there was an emotional connection there?
Yes, indeed I did, and that's why I wanted to give it a try.
Yeah,
There's-
but then Aaron,
It started blowing up in his face like I told him it would, and he's like, "Bro, I should
I
break
think-
up with her," and I'm like, "Okay,
Dude,
break up with her," and then he would break up with her, and then he would get back with her the next day.
Yeah, I think
'Cause-
everyone.
'cause-
Every,
And yeah, almost every week. And then because she would beg and plead, and he would just cave. So this one time is cool.
Naeem, I have one more question for you.
And the reason I
From
give her
from
another
a
chance-
constructive standpoint, I have one more question.
no, the reason
for
I would
a-
go back.
Constructive standpoint, I have.
Yeah, but the reason I would go back and try every time I did was because every time I did break it off, I broke it off in an immature way. I broke it off when I was drunk or when I wasn't sober, when I wasn't paying attention, and just started yelling at
There
her
were a
versus
couple times
actually
you
breaking
broke
it
up
off
when
in
you
a
were sober and you
constructive
still
and
went back with her.
appropriate
What do you
manner.
explain about that?
What happened just sitting down one-on-one with somebody and looking them dead in the eyes and saying, I'm just into you? At that point, that's where your balls need to come into play, because if you're doing anything other than being truly honest with somebody, that's a problem.
Yes, and I started to feel that way recently, that truly I'm not into her, and I finally let her know that when I was sure that's how I actually felt.
No, but see, here's the thing. What Aaron's also saying is when you told her that in Iowa, the reason that
was she listening? Was she listening to you?
Was she listening? Was she like, or did she study your character and say it's okay, just give it a couple weeks or a couple months and you'll be back? Because what you technically showed her until today was, hey, he can break up with me, that's fine. He can tell me what he wants, but I already know I can do my girl thing and I can bring him back. And that's for any person. I mean, you know this.
She felt like she had you on the hook. She felt like she had you on the hook.
And that's not and I know this. It's not to be sexist or anything, but that's not how a man needs to be, because a man is supposed to lead in a relationship.
Anybody needs to be. It's not how anybody needs to
be. But especially a guy. As a guy, you can't let anyone, man or woman or Oscar or whoever. You can't let
or
anyone
Jason that fluffy disgusting thing that I'm about to mute for like 20 seconds.
See, he gets offended in his tingles. Anyway, tingles. But the point is like you can't let someone push you around or like say, oh, it's okay, he'll just get back with me anyway, and then get you back in sneakily.
Well, and I'm gonna be.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Jason. Here's the thing. Was she pushing me around, or was I not giving her enough info to actually better understand my perspective?
Okay, how many times did you tell her that you weren't interested?
Like in a
Good
definitive
question.
and confident way?
Yes.
I have only told her that in the past couple weeks.
Just once.
Multiple times in the past couple weeks.
So you weren't convinced in Iowa.
I wasn't convinced because I thought some part of me was still into her. Yes,
even though she kind of assaulted you.
The way they described the situation, and I'm not saying this as like okay, because I have no room to comment on anything that I'm saying in terms of because of my past relationships, whatever. But
yeah,
I mean,
it sounded like
Jason has no room to comment aside from the stuff that he's witnessed the last few months. But,
it sounds like it sounds like you didn't like her, but it also sounds like you were gaining courage from being around friends. And you should have had that courage right from the beginning to be able to sit with her one-on-one and say, I am not interested.
And
that is an inaccurate portrayal, and I apologize to Jason, Oscar, and yourself, Aaron, if I portrayed it that way.
And here's the thing, Aaron, if I can,
and that's my
something.
bad. I was always into her at the beginning.
And here's the thing, unfortunately for you, Naeem, she basically kind of roped people that didn't need to be roped into the situation in Iowa. Because at the same time, what happened? Somehow you ended up roping people that didn't need to get involved in the whole entire situation. So it just became a whole cluttered mess. Like Aaron, I don't know if I told you this story. There was this one time, it was our last day. Naeem, because he got off the clock earlier than I did, he went to go get lunch. And
Mhm.
since I got put on the clock last minute because I needed
love lunch.
I needed to get some stuff done. I couldn't eat before clocking back in. So we're here after we get off work. We're here, eating the pasta that he went to go get at the restaurant that was down the street. Tell me why there are 3 people that surround him and me like they're sharks wanting to talk to him. They were like, hey, we need to talk to you about blah blah blah. And Naeem, I could tell Naeem was uncomfortable because, dude, I never seen Naeem shut down ever in my life. They were like, what's wrong with you? What happened last night? You need to answer me like right now. Like, dude, they were doing that type of shit. And they had like say that Naeem's right here in my chair, right? I don't know if you can see it. Say that I have Jason, you to my left and right, and Naeem behind me.
Okay.
That's how they had us surrounded and boxed in. And like, dude, Naeem, like, they were they kept on.
Kyle was
yeah,
right
they kept
behind me. Kyle's right behind me. Jess was to my left, I think, and Casey might have been to my right.
Yeah. Like, dude, like that was so uncomfortable. That was so uncomfortable. And like I've never seen Naeem burst out of it because, dude, he like this is how it goes. So he's chewing, stops, gets up, and bolts without using his cane.
Damn. Hey, you know what?
And all he says is, Kyle, I need to talk to you right now.
So Kyle put down his clarinet. Kyle sounds like Squidward, so I make clarinet jokes.
I got you.
He does kind of laugh like that.
He does.
Tell me I'm wrong, Naeem.
Hey, Naeem, I know an investment you and I could make, a clarinet store for Kyle.
Okay,
Called
so
Kyle's Clarinets, Garcia.
Naeem,
with a picture of
Naeem.
Squidward on them.
Naeem, you and me. I'm just going to tell you this person to person from personal experience, and after I say it, that's when I want to hear from you, and that's when I want to hear from our other 2 stooges here.
Yeah.
Look, regardless of how a story is portrayed, I'm hoping that the reason that she went back was because you made it clear that at the time you were interested, as opposed to just playing games with her and not being upfront right from the beginning. Because the fact of the matter is, it's women who are going to play games and do all this crap about, oh, I'm going to look away right as soon as you look at me because you notice I'm looking at you. No, forget that crap. Forget it. Be open and honest with people because you're an adult.
I was up front at the beginning and I was up front at the end. I was not up front in the middle of our relationship throughout the fall,
that's a
September,
mistake.
October, November.
And that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. This is the thing.
I was up front at the beginning and the end, but not in the middle.
If somebody is interested in me, I'd rather them just come. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can see signs sometimes, but I would prefer a more open and honest approach, and I would respect that more because the truth of the matter is, it takes a lot more courage to be straightforward than it does to play games with people.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And I thought I was being straightforward until I realized I was not halfway through the relationship. At the beginning, I was being consistently honest. Oscar, you remember the time I stayed up all night explaining to her that I did not want a relationship with her back in August, that one night that the one student felt like he was going to throw up?
Yep.
Yeah, so I was being honest with her then. I was also being honest with her when I talked to her after I got back from Denver. I was also being honest with her, and I have been honest with her in the past couple weeks. It's in the middle of our relationship when it was actually a thing throughout October and November that I started taking her for granted. So at the beginning, I was straightforward, and in the recent past, I have been straightforward. In the middle, I took her for granted. In the middle, I wasn't honest because I just kind of figured she was with me. And I took her for granted. Then I started to lose interest in her because I was seriously interested at the beginning.
At what point did you start losing interest? Was that in the middle?
The end of the middle when I started doing some more drinking, late November, early December.
I think at that point, as soon as you started losing interest, at that point you should have just gone to her and been like, "Look, I need to talk to you."
Yeah, all I had done at
Yeah,
that point
yeah,
was started to
yeah.
pick ridiculous fights. Like I'd fight with
Yeah, and
her.
unfortunately for her, she's like Jason and petty.
Oh yeah. But also
Well-
mentally unstable. And I don't mean that in a mean way today, but it's just and it's just some people go through a lot and some people don't handle it the right way. I didn't do that. You know, I recently started going to therapy. And I've gone to therapy before, but I handled it as, this bitch doesn't know what she's talking about. I'm not getting any help. And I realized I was turning into who my dad is. And I don't feel like that was going to get me far in life. So last year, or was it 2021 or 2022, I decided, like, you know what? I need to make some kind of change. I don't know what it is, but I need to make some kind of change. And a lot of people don't do that because they see therapy as like, you know, because therapists, you just get in there and they're just there to do a job. So just tell me about your problems. They don't try and get to know you, right? So I get that. But the point is I told Naeem, you need to nip it in the ass now. This was like July. I told him, nip it in the ass now, Naeem. I said, because if you don't, it's going to get out of hand.
No.
What happened? It got out
But
of
in
hand.
July, I was into her. In July, I was into her, and I wasn't willing to.
No, in July 4th, you said, I don't know if I am, which is fine.
Yeah, and you
However-
were more focused on her coworker than anything else.
That's right.
Well, but this is the thing. If you don't know whether you're into somebody, then at that point you have to take some time and really explore what you know about the relationship with that person before.
And that was
you
fine
decide-
because her and I did not enter a relationship in July or August anyway because she was my supervisor at the time.
But at the same
Well,
time, she did.
But at the same time, she was
technically
pushing
she
you.
did
That was
yeah, she was.
she was pushing you, dude. Because
I
you guys
wasn't
kept
being upfront with her and telling her that I did not want to get into an unethical situation. I wasn't telling her that I was scared of the whole
You could've just said
supervisor
what you-
supervisee
from
dynamic.
what you
I
did-
was
from
telling
what
her
you
that
did
there
tell
were
me-
other factors that were playing role in my decision. I did not.
Yeah,
tell
Bro,
her
but
you
that
should have
all
just
her-
said relationship. You should have just said
I
relationship
did not
because
tell her all that. I did not tell her all that till later July or early August.
just saying unethical situation could mean anything. That's a very vague
What if
statement.
because that tells her, oh, maybe he does want me, but okay, fine, I'll wait until after the summer ends so that I can be with him. Because, like you, and even if it was the unethical situation or whatever, you do need to be confident because people can read. Naeem, you know this. If you meet an agent who's not confident, are you gonna work with him or are you gonna go? Let me go to the dude who's confident.
Yeah,
Answer
I'm not
that
going to work with him if he's not confident.
Exactly.
Correct.
So as an investment person, you and I are both investment people. Am I going to work with clients who are confident and are going to not waste my time and we're going to get them a index fund, an index 10 or something? Or am I going to work with the client who's, I don't know. Who am I going to work with?
I work with one who knows what they want.
Exactly. Assertive. People like assertive people. And Jess could read you like, I know he's not confident. He's probably just using an excuse to hide what he really thinks. So that gives me an in. Whereas if you were confident and said, listen, I am not into the relationship. I'm not into the relationship. I'm not. And you nip it. You have the way you say it, the way you stand, the way you talk. I struggle with it too. Don't get me wrong.
It's
one
easy
of
for
my-
us to say these things being on the outside of the situation,
But
looking
even
in
for
on it.
me, like I had a neighbor that I had a casual thing with, and she was like, "Oh, but we can still continue this." And I had to be honestly, the first time I told her, I said, "I don't want to travel to you, and I don't want to do this long distance," and it wasn't very confident. So she came back and said it again the next day, and I said, "Finally, my friend talked some sense into me and said, you need to be confident and say it as a matter of fact, because, yeah, I mean." Yeah, she was a great girl. She was absolutely beautiful, and we had great times together. But am I really going to be able to put in the effort that I would if she was closer? No, period. And I know myself. So I had to sit her down and say, listen, without going too far into it. Ooh, race car. But,
Motorcycle.
without going into it, like too much, I just said, listen, I cannot do this. I've had a great time with you, but this is where it has to end because I cannot promise you anything, and I don't want you promising me anything. Unfortunately, it has to be over.
Give me
And
1 second. I'll be right back. I just need
all
to
right.
get this.
And after that night, she read my confidence, and you know how I know? Because she told me, "Oh, baby."
Hey, Aaron, do you need a mute for a second?
Yeah, go ahead and mute him for a second.
Yeah, I'll mute him.
But it's a baby. I love babies. They're so cute.
Who's playing with the baby, Aaron or Jason?
No, it's Aaron because he has
Yeah,
his baby
it's,
nephew.
Yeah.
It's AJ.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. Yeah. No, you're not wrong. And the best I could say from this.
Oh, by the way,
situation-
Aaron, if you didn't hear us, you're muted.
You're not
Aaron,
wrong.
if you didn't
But
hear
the
us, you have
best
a
I
big
could
dick.
say from this situation, if you had to ask me, is you live and you learn. I did some things wrong. She did some things wrong. But at the end of the day, I hope we could walk away from each other and be civilized with each other when we see each other in the future and respect one another. And that's really all I can ask for. It's a learning experience, not a tragedy, not a disaster, not a failed
you learn.
relationship. It's just a learning experience. And
Well,
honestly,
I hope you take the confidence thing seriously because you're very confident
I
when
will.
you sell things. You're very confident when you speak finance. Take that same, and it's really hard. Even for me, it is really difficult. It's complicated. But take that. And also, I'll be honest with you. I told you that you have a high value to offer. Not really just a finance, but as a personality. You have goals, you have a purpose, you have wants, you have, you know what I mean, things you want to accomplish in life. And
yeah.
you're not you know, mentally you're a little better, but you should go for a woman that's going to offer you things and bring things to the table where you're not think of like when you put like things in a basket and it's way
Where
too
you're not
heavy.
constantly questioning everything, dude.
Right. And even like if you do
That's the
laundry, you don't-
secret. No, that is a secret. Oscar just nailed it on the head. Even if I thought I wanted these things, I always questioned, do I really want these things? Every
Yeah,
aspect
exactly.
of my relationship with her was a question mark. And that's why I want you to know she's not fully in the wrong. And I'm going to be upfront with you guys too. I know you alluded to this very diplomatically earlier, Jason. The reality of the situation, with or without me in her life, she has made a lot of progress as far as her mental health struggles and battles are concerned. She has made a lot of progress, and I'm glad to see that. That has made me more willing to give her the benefit of the doubt and that she will become a successful person in the future. That has given me more reason to believe, who knows, maybe by some miracle 20 years from now, we'll run into each other and maybe she will be more mature and I'll be more mature and both of us will be in a different place in life and maybe we can come back together. I don't know. But the point of the matter is not to give anyone false hope, but at the same time, not to burn any bridges because she deserves to be praised and rewarded and recognized for the progress she has made over the past
But
few
the
months in
reward,
terms of
the reward
causing
is
herself
not.
more self-confidence and cultivating her ability to appreciate her identity more and making her be more certain about herself, a better sense of self-security. That is all
But it's
stuff she
also,
did on her own, so she deserves to
but the
be commended
reward
for that
though,
and recognized for
right?
that.
But the reward and the commending is you
Is
can't
being
do it to the
honest.
point where it's also being honest, but you can't. Oh, good girl, you did it. No, but it's also the reward is, hey, she's fixing herself. Oh, hey, here's a job offer. Hey, she's fixing herself. Hey, now she made a really good friend who's not unstable, who's maybe had a higher self-esteem, who's maybe had goals. Hey, she got another reward. Maybe she bought a place. You see what I mean? It's life that gives her the reward because I mean, with me back when
Like
you met
she's
me,
doing
I was
real good
not
at her
a
Apple
person.
job. Let's be
Oh, that's good.
honest for what
Yeah,
it is.
and
Yeah,
that's the
she's
thing
doing
is that
pretty
that's
good
a
with that, and
reward.
she's learning. She's taking opportunities to learn with Apple. There's a corporate 4-week corporate university thing that Apple offers their employees.
Yeah,
She signed
yeah,
up for that and got accepted for that.
yeah, and they usually do accept a lot of people, and that's good. That she needs these experiences to go out and meet other people and see different things and do different things, and she is gonna see a lot of colleagues that, let's be frank, they're not gonna take her shit, right? They're not gonna take anybody's shit. You, me, Oscar's, Aaron's, no one's gonna take anybody's shit over there, right?
Yeah.
And And she's going to learn that and go, hey, maybe I need to be a little different. And that's fine, because me back in 2019 is way different than me at 25, right? Me at 21, I'm way different. You've seen me over the last, it's going to be 4 years now. I have grown, I've changed, and I surrounded myself with people like you, like Oscar, like others who have goals in life, who have a purpose, and who don't do dumb shit. And when I started doing that, it made me go, oh shit, I really need to fix my credit. Oh, I really need to do better in school. Oh, I really need to search for work in a meaningful way. And once people start doing that as people, and they start progressing in that fashion, in that manner, then you're going to find, oh, wow, the confidence level comes just like that. And you start attracting people also that are more to your value. And I'm not talking financial. I'm talking as a person. You know when you wash clothes, right? And you have that laundry basket that's got two sides and that little thing in the middle that separates them, right? And you put too much clothes on one side and it's imbalanced, and that
The
other
balance
side,
gets thrown off. Yeah.
yeah. And
You
you
want a
don't need
law
that.
of
You need
attraction, and a law of attraction requires balance and stability.
balance and stability, and for her to bring something to the table that equals your value as a person, and you need to equal her value. This whole thing of guys putting girls on a pedestal and making them worth more, and girls putting guys on a pedestal and putting them first, you put each other first, but not in a way where someone's on a pedestal. You need to offer something of value to a woman who's going to bring the same amount of value, equal value to you. Forget your parents, forget your culture. It's you. You want to put an exclamation mark and say, yep, I nailed it. You don't want to put a question mark, because then you're going to always be questioning things.
Yeah. And I will tell you something. Just as someone who's talked to her, who knows her, who's been with her, right now we're no longer a thing. That's correct. But I do want to acknowledge, for you to know, and really just for her to know, that she does have more to offer and bring to the table now than she did when we started in July or August. She does have more to bring to the table for whomever her partner is going to be in the future. She does have more to bring to the table. She's grown. She really has.
And here's the thing, and this is someone that got to know her in Iowa.
I mean, I don't know if
it was a lot of there was a lot of
I don't know if you've talked to her recently, Oscar.
There was a lot of hold on.
If you do get the chance to talk to her, you'll see that she's grown.
Yeah, because what I've noticed is that she stopped self-hating ever since she left that job.
Yeah,
and part of it is the job. Part of it is when you're in a bad environment, when you're in a bad
the Iowa
environment.
Department for the Blind is a bad environment.
Exactly. And now she's in a better environment where
shots fired, Iowa Department for the Blind.
Oops, boom.
You
Again,
could read the email I'm about to send you all here in a couple days.
Ooh.
This is Helen Mejia is going to come after my ass.
Yeah.
Helen Mejia, please drop a thumbs up if you're watching this.
Oscar will give you some from the back again.
Hey, I told you that in confidence. Hey, I told you that in confidence. Shut up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What was that? Tossing my job applications out?
They're probably doing that.
Oh, you're good with that. That's why I have abstained from actually applying this time.
Why, did something happen?
No, I remembered.
Something you want to tell me privately?
No, I remembered. They overworked me too much when they had bums like a certain someone not get hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was.
No,
a bum,
I wanted hours. I really did try to.
No, not you. Another bum.
Honestly, emailed her multiple
Another
times
bum.
for hours.
Well, the other thing too is the point is
he started
like my brother. He worked at Apple. My brother,
with a
my
C
big brother.
and an A.
Oh, Nathan, how is he these days?
He's
Nathan,
good.
I mean,
He's good.
Nathan, I mean,
Nathan, fuck. He's good. He was at Apple and Summerlin, and then he moved to the Fashion Show Mall where he's a lot happier. The environment is, you can feel it when you walk in the store at Apple Summerlin versus Apple Fashion Show, which is a mall. You could feel just the energy being different. You feel in Apple Summerlin, it's a lot more toxic, very hateful individuals. And I'm not trying to be mean or rude. If anyone from Apple Summerlin is watching, I still appreciate you guys for helping me when I go. The point is, he left for a better environment and he left for a promotion. And
you don't go to his Apple store? Wouldn't you get more benefits if you were to go to his?
Not really, because he can't really help me while I'm at the store because they don't want bias.
Oh,
And they don't want.
conflict of interest. Got
He
it.
can.
Yeah,
He
but I
can
can
help you
text
pick
it.
out a device, but he cannot do the transaction or the sale.
No, he can't even help
He
me
cannot
pick
do
out
the
a
sale
device.
or transaction for you, but
No,
he can help you
he
pick
can't
out a
even help me.
device.
He can't even help me pick out advice. He has to get a colleague to come, and he can like walk me to my seat. He can take my appointment. He can answer a couple things, but there's a limit. But he's actually not even in
Aaron, are you
sales.
back?
Yeah, I am. It's the same thing that if I'm on a call with somebody and they happen to be somebody who are in my family, I'm not able to give them like advice on food stamps or cash assistance if I'm on the phone with them. I literally have to transfer them immediately.
Yeah, and it's but the thing is he's now a creator, and a creator is the person that actually teaches all the classes and all of that. So the point is, my brother went for a better promotion, and his energy is better. He's a lot better of a person, and he's grown. So this person who Naeem dated,
He's more lively. He's more lively.
yeah, oh yeah, well he's still the same, but just you could tell the pressure's off his shoulders, and
No, exactly.
and,
That's what I'm saying. He's more lively. Like
Yeah,
he's not. He doesn't have like a weight on his shoulder. Like he.
Yeah. Just so with this person that I am dated, she's gonna grow, especially when she's out of that job where
The job doesn't weigh her down.
And there's a lot of people in that position. And now that she's in a job where it's a lot more stable, yeah, the pay may be a little less, but it's more stable, and they're not gonna pull out of the crap that Iowa did. Well, guess what? It's a better thing for her.
Can we pause the professional conversation, because I do want to talk about a little bit of football. Wow, the Jaguars making a comeback.
Oh,
They just scooped and scored.
All right.
I'll watch the highlights of this game later.
Back on those Jaguars.
No, actually, I will.
Yeah, because I also don't want to get this stream banned. The reason why I'm cutting in some NFL is because apparently if you don't talk about some of the game, you get copyright striked.
So what I'm going to say is a lesson that you can learn in the NFL. It's a lesson you can learn in life, and everybody should hear it. If you want something, be honest about wanting it. Go out and get it, and then don't be the kind of person that decides you want something, and then as soon as you get it, you decide you don't want it.
All right,
Actually,
Aaron, I want the thing in your pants. Oops. Well, I'm just
actually, I'm not close enough to give it to you.
All right. Am I gonna have to put one of you in timeout?
Yeah, put Aaron in timeout.
I put Aaron in timeout already. I think it's your turn.
Wait, why'd you put Aaron on timeout? He wasn't talking for like a while.
Oh, good point.
Why did you put him on timeout?
Like
I forgot what it.
I forgot what it was. Before you guys got here, I dogged on Oscar because I said that the only thing that's interesting about his streams is me.
I mean, you are an interesting creature. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'm better looking than you too.
I mean, you live in a swamp, so
with gators.
It's not like you have competition out there.
I went to the store the other day. I saw this package of Monster cookies, and I opened one up, and it looked exactly like Oscar.
What were they? Animal crackers? Oh
no, they're more.
Hey,
like
Jason. You know what I picture when I eat those bear cracker, those little bear or Oreos, those little crackers, graham crackers.
Those little Boreos.
No, you know what I see? You know what I picture when I eat those little bears? I'm like, oh, I picture Aaron snoring.
You with a stutter? Stutter? Couldn't get those words out.
Okay, that officially says it.
I'm just sitting here laughing.
Hey, Jason or Oscar, did you guys get any calls from people at Cutco or Vector Marketing?
No. Well, I have gotten a lot of unknown calls, but I haven't answered.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, I put your guys' numbers down because I went
They're-
and
they're
attended
fine
one
on
of their
Facebook.
presentations. If you guys want to join, are they any good? Have any of you guys worked with Cutco or Vector Marketing?
Again, if you didn't hear what I just said, I don't even know what that is.
Vector, I've almost worked with them once, but you remember that where the thing where they were saying you give someone $10,000 and it's a gift or whatever, and they were kind of being a little dodgy with you. I experienced that with Vector Marketing.
You experienced that with Vector, but Vector sells knives.
Yeah, because when I was asking question about the knives, because one of my friends was actually
Willing to buy.
supposed to do the presentation with me, but then
Okay.
because she got into it, but then she had a colleague do it, and there was a really nice knife for steaks, and I like steaks, so I was like, oh, I could get that knife. It was like a couple $100, but what it was doing was awesome. And I was just asking, I forgot the questions I was asking about some of the knives, and I just got so much dodgy like shit that I kind of just was like, no, get out of my house. However,
So you
I
don't think it's a good project to get involved in?
From what my friend told me, it's really difficult to sell. Look at you and say, I don't need that kind of knife. I don't need to use that kind of knife. I have my knives that are fine. I can go to the store and buy my knives. So you're going to, because it's kind of like Amway, it's kind of like these other products where you're basically getting people what they are going to tell you. I don't need it. Why am I going to spend a couple $100 or even $50
For
on
some
this?
fancy schmancy steak knife.
Yeah. Unless you go to the high, I don't
becomes
know.
a mind trick.
I don't know about the
At that point,
wealthier
it becomes
class.
trying to convince you to eat it.
Well, I don't know about the wealthier class, Naeem. So maybe you could market to them because their chefs might be able to use it, but I don't know. So that's something you might want to think to yourself is, who am I going to market to? Because I can tell you the middle class and the lower class, they're not going to buy from you.
Your value versus the value of what the company or whatever somebody else thinks you need. It's if you're looking at those knives or whatever and you don't think you need it, then you're not going to buy it. But if you just happen to be susceptible enough that the salesman is able to convince you you need it, you're going to buy it.
Okay, so you just don't think it's a business model that caters to everyone.
It doesn't cater to everyone, no, and no business.
There is no
model
such thing as a business model that caters to everyone.
Okay, I think what I'm trying to
except
figure
toilet
out
paper,
is
like toilet paper, soap, plates, utensils. Those are businesses that like food. Like yeah, that caters to everybody, right? But you have to pick up. This is my marketing skills coming out for journalism. You have to pick a market.
And your target market and your target audience. Your target market. Your target audience, your target market is like McDonald's play areas for kids. Mommy, I want to go to McDonald's because of the play areas. Your target audience is the parent. Hey, by the way, our things are healthier because we offer healthy yogurts and salads and the things that parents are very keen to keep an eye on, right? So obviously, there's a certain market you've got to pick.
The marketing
needs to coincide. It needs to.
Joshua Dobbs is driving.
A friend of mine tapped.
Come on, stop him.
Yeah, because a friend of mine tapped me to join Vector and asked me to bring.
Oh, sack! Strip
friends.
fumble. Nope.
No, I don't, because I'm doing other things right now, as in like other, full-time jobs, school, everything else. So I just want to figure out whether I should put my time and effort into this or whether I should walk away from it. Because, for example, they're saying that the target audience they want are full-time people who are full-time employed and over the age of 30.
So I have a question.
Do you think you can
like that?
That's a simple question.
Let me see if I could get back on my other phone, because this phone is really not doing well with the internet.
My question was, do you think you can market to them? Because if you think you can market,
I think he's leaving because again he's
even if he can, Okay, what kind of employee over 30? Are you talking about a grocery store employee over 30? Are you talking about a bank teller over 30? Are you talking about a real estate investor over 30?
Their simple rule is full-time employed over 30. But yeah, I mean, a grocery employee
There are
is
variables
obviously gonna
here.
make less than a bank manager over 30, you know?
There are
And not
very
only that, but even if you get a bank like a capital investor making millions of dollars, he's going to look at you and go, I'm never in the kitchen. I'm with my wife on vacation. That's when you need to go, what about your chef?
or
He needs knives to make your
Or-
things.
is this person a practical
So, a question:
person?
Is this thing
This
kind of like
person is
Avon?
somebody-
I'll be back, gentlemen.
like a Ponzi scheme?
Is it kind of like
Yeah.
Avon? I guess so. You make $25 simply off of
Ye-
just scheduling the appointment.
Yeah, my
right?
sister.
So
my-
even if you don't
yeah, my
sell
sister and
anything,
my
you make
mom used to work for
$25.
Avon. My sister and my
Huh?
mom used to work for Avon. My mom and my sister used to work for Avon.
Did they like
So-
it or no?
Nah, they didn't make a lot of profit off of it.
Okay. So I think what I'm trying to decide is I recommended both yourself and Jason. Do either of you want to get into it? And then I also have to decide on my own accord whether I want
Jason's gonna come back.
It's a
I'm gonna
pyramid
try
scheme.
something out. Yeah, I'm scared.
Here, let me get on the other internet because I really want to hear what you're saying. And you just made a really good point, Aaron, but let me get onto the internet on the other one. 1 second.
Bro, come on.
All right, as this phone loads, I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. I'm going to be right
Oh, sack!
Oh,
All right, let's go.
Come on, Tennessee.
4th down. Come on, end this game. The Jaguars are a play away from ending this game, and for me not to be sad. Oh, and continuing with our weird names, Aaron, I found another one. Aaron, are you still with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Oh, another weird name, Aluakon.
Yes, actually, that is another one. I think I thought about that earlier. Ridley. Pitts.
Dobbs. Hodges.
Sherfield.
Game over. Jaguars got the ball.
Yes, sir.
Aluakon ended it.
Whew. Okay.
So the Jaguars won the AFC
Is
South.
he an Aluakon artist? Is he an Aluakon artist? No.
Yo, I want to apologize for us not watching the game and doing play-by-play, but this was a
South,
bit more. It's the AFC South. To be honest, I just wanted any excuse to do a live stream.
He hadn't heard from me in ages and got worried.
I know, right? Even though I saw you like 2 weeks ago.
That was fun at
Was
Barley.
it 2 weeks ago?
Even if
Yes, it was 2 weeks ago. Dude, no one showed up to the chapter meeting. It was so sad.
I didn't think they would because, like, I swear I thought we were going to get crickets. Well, crickets and arbitrary
Mark.
conversation from the other customers in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Darn it, Mark! I actually wanted to see him while I wanted to check up on him, and he basically
I've been trying to reach
like
out
no
to him to see how he's doing and also to let him know what happened on the 23rd, but he hasn't picked up. So I hope he's okay.
I was trying to reach out to him to let him know that I was in town too, because dude, I would have loved to have just caught up.
Yeah.
I'm planning on.
Wow. So Trevor,
nocturnal,
it wasn't all on. So it wasn't Trevor Lawrence that led the team. It was the defense. Wow, you actually were right about this. Because it was that that scoop and score that got them the touchdown that gave them the lead.
Well, I told you, didn't I? I said that would happen. I was like, yeah, boy is correct.
I'm gonna join you guys in a few. 1 second.
All right.
Por favor.
Even though you haven't left the stream.
No, I haven't. I went to the restroom. I told you all.
No, you said that you were gonna do it on your other phone.
Exactly. I said that, but
you guys want to hear a weird?
All right, so leave the stream on this phone and then join on the other phone because you're gonna echo horribly.
You're gonna get some serious feedback, and our ears are gonna explode.
Yes, and I kind of need my ears.
No matter how big they are.
Actually, my ears are really small. My ears are really small. You should have said, no matter how small they are.
Okay. Well, okay, so this is the funny thing about mine. My ears...
I remember... hold on, before you go on. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, so much bigger if I cut my hair.
So like I remember it was at one of the festivals or whatever, right? My sister and I get on this roller coaster along with my brother, but my brother sits in front of us, and I tell my sister, I'm like, I wonder if he's gonna be big enough to ride this ride. She's like, I don't know. I was like, can you see if he's okay? She's like, I can't see him like right now. I'm like, why not? She's like, I can't see him very well. All I can see is his big ears sticking out of the chair.
Look like a baby New Year joke. That's what should be doing.
So
to me, like a baby New Year joke.
The Jaguars, after starting, I think they started like 2-6 or 2-7 or something like
they
that.
Were 0-3. Yeah,
no, but like midway season, they were 2-6 or 2-7.
Yeah, and they
go on a winning.
AFC.
They win the AFC South.
Somebody had to.
Doug Peterson should really be given Coach of the Year.
More like Coach of the Century.
Although I have a question: how far do you think the Jaguars go?
Watch them be bounced out by Baltimore.
Watch them say, "Oh, the Baltimore got this in the bag," but since Lamar Jackson ain't playing.
Oh, that's right. That would not surprise me.
Alrighty, y'all. So
I think the
game
thing
over. Let me exit out of ESPN.
ESPN.
I'll pee on you.
The fuck?
Oh, how sweet!
Yeah, you're gonna love it. AC boy, come here, boy.
Hey.
Gold.
All right. So apparently, Jason, the Jaguars won. Yay!
Oh,
I don't.
I won't. The Titans gave it up, huh?
Basically. The Jaguars pulled the
Kirk Cousins / Tom Brady move. Which
it wasn't even that, dude. They won off of it wasn't Trevor Lawrence. It was their defense because they scooped. The Titans fumbled. Josh Dobbs fumbled it. The Jaguars recovered it and scored. Yeah, no.
Oh my god! Stupid score.
Which, by the way, before you even got here, Jason, I called. That way.
Yeah, that is true. He did call.
I called it and said the defense would win that.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy off a fumble.
So how do you think? How far do you think the Jaguars would go if they have to face either the Chargers and/or the Ravens? Considering the fact the Ravens don't have Lamar Jackson. Sorry, Aaron. I really like rubbing it in.
I think it makes you feel better about how bad. It makes you feel better
You
about how bad your
can't.
team is.
I'm good with that because dude, what was I gonna say earlier? Oh, Aaron. So get this. So on Facebook, on the different Facebook groups, I kept on saying, I don't know why y'all are on the hype train. The Commanders are not making it to the playoffs when they said that everyone said that they would. Like you got even YouTubers saying, yo, we're gonna make it to the playoffs. Blah blah blah. I'm like, no, they're not
Please.
going to the playoffs. They're not going to the playoffs. Dude, I kept on getting a lot. And when I mean a lot of it, saying, you're a fake fan, blah, blah, blah. And then I go back once they get knocked out by the Browns. I'm like, who were those calling me a fake fan? Like saying that they were going to make it to the playoffs? Oh, right. I was the one that...
You were being realistic. Dude. Now, that being said, there is... that being said,
I guess...
There is realistic. Do you have faith in your team to the point of
hold on, let me add Naeem back.
That's where it's Naima.
Well, that's why I'm
no.
Hey, if I transition into him and I can get my X back.
Oh yeah.
I told
But no, I wanted to follow up. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Hold on, Naeem, because we're closing an NFL topic, and then we can turn it over to whatever y'all want to talk about. Anyway, I know, and I got a YouTube comment. They're like, I never seen someone so happy to be proven right regarding a team that lost before. I'm like, because I was the one that called it. All the YouTubers, all the people on Facebook.
How do you think I feel? How do you think I feel?
Both sides of this.
Aaron, can you come back or fix your internet? Because you're cutting out more than Naeem's balls get cut off.
Oh!
There's nothing to get cut off. They've already been cut off. So my balls don't cut off anymore. His internet still cuts off. So.
I mean, you only have an eighth of your nut.
But my
so
point
really
being that the Commanders...
No,
the Commanders...
I'm not going to take that eighth until I get the other 1 7/8 back.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to leave that eighth on the table till I get the other 1 7/8 back.
You can't leave it on the table. It's up to us,
bro. That's a pot.
That's gonna be a tough 100.
I do all or none. I don't do no eighth shit, no half shit, no quarter shit. No, I do all or none.
I was like, that's gonna be a long 100 years.
I do all or none.
He's gonna lose the nut anyway. Watch.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, he's gonna lose that eighth easily.
So I wanted to follow up on a very important point that Aaron you raised earlier.
Wait, hold on. What was Oscar saying? What did you say last? Because I was trying to respond.
He was talking about the Browns and the Bengals being proven right.
No. So I was right because I was in the same position because I was saying for a whole season in baseball this last season, I kept saying the Dodgers they don't do good hard contact with the baseball. They're sucking. They're not hitting the ball. This is going to hurt them in the playoffs. Everyone's, come on, dude. It's the Padres. The Dodgers? Come on. I said, no. Look at the way they played the last 6 games against the Colorado Rockies. They lost, I think, 2 or 3 out of 6. I think they lost 3 out of 6. I really would have loved
to be in Denver. I really want to be in Denver. I really would have wanted to be for Denver for you to lose your mind in person.
Denver Broncos.
So that's where I would have brought you to the Rockies.
Broncos country. That's right.
Stadium.
So the point is,
bro,
Oscar and I were right about our teams. Oscar and I were right about our teams, and I got hate. You're not a real Dodgers fan. You don't know the game of baseball. Come on, what's wrong with you? And after that, I literally went back to the exact posts that I got those comments at, and I said, what now, motherfuckers? What now? And they didn't say anything because I was right the whole season. And I'm the one screaming it from the rooftops like Oscar was screaming it from the rooftops this season in football. And guess what? Both of us were proven right because it's not like we're looking at our teams to down them just for kicks and giggles. We're looking at what's the reality here. And the reality is Aaron still hasn't put
being realistic.
Yeah.
Aaron still hasn't fixed Aaron still hasn't fixed his Wi-Fi.
Just give me a damn minute.
Aaron, pull down your pants.
I'll tell you a little secret, Aaron. That came very clearly in. You said, give me a damn minute.
I'll give you a damn. Dick and
All right, I'll be alive for another 20 minutes, y'all. Then I actually have to take. I have an assignment to take care of. So
Yeah, I know you have to
I
prepare
have-
for your
I-
meeting
I have
tomorrow.
especially if I have to read
Yeah.
out loud.
Yeah, it's in a meeting this morning. Online.
Oh wow.
I
Oh,
didn't do nothing
Aaron's back.
I didn't do nothing this morning but fucking get over this high. Oh, Naeem, I
Hey,
gotta
Jason. Aaron. Sorry. I always get sometimes because y'all talk a lot. I get you guys confused.
So I have a question for you, Aaron. You had raised a really important point that I want to dig deeper into. You were asking whether Vector is a pyramid scheme, or do you suspect the model sounds similar to that of a pyramid scheme?
I suspect that it sounds very familiar, very similar to a pyramid scheme, and I'll tell you why. The only people that are really gonna make any money are the ones that are of the people above you. You're
The
only
people who
only
do all the
like,
recruiting.
it
The people who
seems
do
like-
all the recruiting.
Exactly.
And also,
And that's the
Naeem,
same with Primerica. That's the same with Primerica.
Yeah, it is, and again, now the one thing with Primerica that and with a lot of these companies, Synergy, Lincoln Financial, what they don't tell you is you don't really make a lot of money with life insurance, even whole life, even universal, even all of that. Where you really make the money is investment. Because if I set up a index 10 fund, right, for someone, or a Roth IRA or a SEP IRA, in a year or so, guess what? I'm gonna start making income based on their growth. That's monthly income every single month. Life insurance pays you once at a certain percentage, and then again every year at the end of each year. Whereas a investment account pays you every single month, and especially if I get a lot of times, a lot of my colleagues in Primerica were getting $20,000 paydays. They were at my level, but you know why they were getting $20,000 paydays and I wasn't? Because they were doing investments.
Because
they
you're
recruited.
Jason and no one likes you.
They recruited.
Well, that, but also they weren't just selling life insurance; they were making investments happen. With this, Naeem, I feel like you're gonna waste your talents here. Talents and time, but also you've got financial strength, you've got financial knowledge, you have real estate under your belt, you've got investments under your belt, you've got training under your belt. Why would you go there when you can take the fruits of your labor and put them somewhere where you're going to get a greater return on investment?
So instead of selling knives, I should sell homes and real estate?
You should possibly sell homes and real estate, or you could start an investment real estate company. You could start your own mortgage company. I've got a friend, Adam, I could even talk.
You need to shadow someone. That's what you need. You know what? You need to shadow someone. You need somebody. You need somebody if you're going to go into an area like real estate or something where you're selling big ticket items like that. You need.
Well, here's the thing, Aaron. He's already a step ahead of you. He's already a step ahead of you, Aaron, because his a lot of his family members are already real estate agents. So.
No, I'm not talking about.
Well, I've been doing real estate since before COVID.
Okay, so may I ask, did you ever go through an entire day with them, and they would do them? Like, did you ever run an open house from start to finish? Did you ever look at escrow papers? Did you ever?
Yeah, I've done a lot of that. I've
hosted open houses. Ahead, but...
I have sold in 1 year. This was the year of COVID, so that was an exception. But in 1 year, I made over the year of COVID, 2020. I made over $8.5 million in sales. That's $8.5 million of real estate. That's not commission. I will be clear, but that's as much real estate as I sold was around $8.5-9 million worth of real estate in 1 year.
Right. So my point is, I've even got a friend named Adam who I could. It's my friend Roger's friend, but he's going to start a real estate investment company. And if you want, I can partner you up.
So I have a question. What's real estate investment?
Naeem, you can explain that better.
So real estate investing, you buy up properties as an individual or as a company, and you either make those properties flip properties where you fix them up and then you sell them at a higher price, or you make them turnkey properties where you fix them up and then you rent them out for tenants and become a massive landlord. And real
Okay.
estate investing
Now,
just means you keep
renting-
on building your real estate portfolio over a long period of time, either flip or turnkey or a combination of the both or another non-traditional model. But the point is you invest in real estate. BlackRock is a big company that does a lot of that. Yeah.
You could even tie a mortgage company.
You have to be
to
careful
like,
turnkey though, because you're responsible for it. If you're going to rent out a property, you have to be very careful on a turnkey basis, because then you're responsible for any outstanding maintenance that has to be done on the property, and that's where
Yes.
that is where having existing relationships with other companies such as plumbing companies, landscaping companies can be very beneficial, because they can probably become partial partners with you and help you.
they're vendors. They're basically
Well, and
vendors.
you have to
Yeah.
you have to be careful because some of these turnkey properties, these turnkey guys are actually not doing turnkey property. They're collecting money. They're collecting a pool of money from innocent, hoping to be investors, accredited investors, who put money into this pool, and they're told, we're going to buy this house for you in the Midwest and represent you and take care of all the property management. And then they turn out to be scams. I'm particularly talking about Clayton and Natalie Morris.
Oh yeah,
They had their own company. They
Yeah.
turned out to be a big scam. And now they have
Big
their
scam.
YouTube channel where they're trying to act like they were never scamming anyone in the first place. And they're giving a whole bunch of bizarre libertarian conspiracy theories about politics and economics
Yeah,
and
yeah,
real
I
estate
saw that.
investing. But they were a company who I myself invested in myself, and they turned out to be a big scam. They weren't actually buying properties, and the properties they did buy, they were leaving to rot. And they preyed on accredited investors. So it's not that they preyed on poor people or young college students. No, they preyed on people who said, we already have money. We are accredited investors. And those people even got duped and got fooled because they were not doing their due diligence, myself included. Another scam I fell for, and these are what are called highbrow scams. These are not scams that pursue just the middle class. These are scams who actually pursue the upper middle class and get them to fall for stuff. Another scam I fell for was Harbor City Capital CEO JP Maroney. And I put a lot of money into that. JP Maroney and his assistant Betsy Cook, based in Florida. And they turned out to be just a good old-fashioned pyramid scheme. And guess who turned out to be one of the executives at Harbor City Capital? George Santos, the disgraced congressman from the 3rd District of New York. Yes. He was actually an executive at Harbor
I'm not
City.
surprised that Jason knows that.
Well, Jason was probably doing his research and found out, wait, George Santos, Harbor City Capital? I remember Naeem telling me about Harbor City Capital.
Yeah,
Yeah, so George Santos was one of the dudes who technically, I guess in his case, indirectly, but he was involved in scamming me, among others. Another scam that was out there that became really famous was the Bernie Madoff scam. He went after wealthy investors.
And there was one man who figured it out.
Yeah, Harry something, Yiannopoulos or something.
Yeah.
But the point is, this Harry dude was just a Joe Schmo journalist, but all the rich people and wealthy people weren't listening to this dude, Harry, because they trusted and believed in Bernie Madoff because they knew him as a financial guru for so many years and an investing mogul, because Bernie Madoff himself was wealthy and part of the elite, but he was scamming the elite that he was hanging out with. You saw the same with Elizabeth Holmes. Elizabeth Holmes started a company called Theranos. And then she got guys like George Shultz, who was former Secretary of State. She got Secretary of Defense.
Where does that name
Robert
sound familiar to me?
Elizabeth Holmes. Yeah, she basically tried to be the female Steve Jobs.
Okay, that's where I heard her name. Okay.
Yeah, she tried to be the female Steve Jobs. She reminds me a lot of like Catherine Webster, I will be honest. In terms of her narcissistic style.
Oh yeah.
But,
all right, we got a few minutes, y'all, because again I gotta wrap up.
But hey, we gotta finish talking about how
backstage.
Elizabeth Holmes went after the wealthy. She picked high profile political elite, the Secretary of Defense Bob Gates, among others, and Secretary of State George Shultz, and she made them part ways with their millions because they thought that she had some clever new idea. She was a sexy young lady who said she's going to be the next Steve Jobs, and she was talking about this revolutionary technology that's going to transform biotechnology, and she was talking about eventually making diagnosing medical conditions super easy, and it's going to be super cool, and it's going to advance the world of medicine in so many amazing ways. But she was just using a whole bunch of big fluff words and not actually presenting a prototype. And she managed to succeed at that for 3 years. She even landed a deal with, was it Rite Aid or Walgreens? She landed a deal with one of the
Rite
big
Aid.
pharmacy change. Okay,
Isn't
it was
Rite Aid and
Rite Aid,
Walgreens
a
the
massive
same thing?
pharmacy chain. She landed a deal with them, and then when they asked her to bring a product to bring a product to market, she brought a product that was giving people false cancer positives, that was giving people false diabetes positive, that was giving people all kinds of crazy test results that were not even real. They were just making them up because their machines were actually not working, and their machines were worth nothing and useless.
Yeah.
So her whole company collapsed, but she pursued the wealthy. You have the same with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. You know, he told all these young guys, dude, let's become crypto bros. Dude, put all your money in those crypto wallets I have at FTX. And then he was doing embezzlement. He was taking FTX funds and putting them into his research hedge fund called Alameda Research, which was run by his girlfriend at the time, Caroline Ellison. And they were basically misappropriating people's money. They told these people that they were putting their money into crypto assets. What they were really doing was taking those people's money, doing research, and making bets, making hedges on people's money, and not actually putting it into crypto. And
My
when the
favorite
crypto
part about
market
it is how
crashed,
Kevin
they
O'Leary-
had to. Sorry, go ahead.
My favorite part about it is how Kevin O'Leary, who says no to everything, he doesn't say yes to anything on Shark Tank. A bunch of low-level business people. He doesn't say no, but he says he doesn't say yes, but he says yes to this scammer who donated to the Democratic Party. By the way,
He donated
Anyway.
to the Democratic Party, but his co-CEO, one of his other executives, his second in command, Ryan Salam, basically donated to the Republicans. So he was paying off both sides. It was an agreement among him and all his executives that they're going to cover their bases and fund both parties. Honestly, I'll tell you, in terms of the political wisdom and cleverness of it, it was smart. But it was basically just scamming people out of their money and then throwing their money into his own investments of his choice, or Caroline Ellison's choice, or Gary Wang's choice was one of his other co-founders. And they were all basically a whole bunch of friends who lived in one big home in the Bahamas who were partying. So the reality situation was when the crypto market crashed and people wanted to be made whole, wanted their money back, wanted to pull out of crypto. He had no money to give them. So he had to file bankruptcy, and then FTX crashed, and FTX competitor Binance claimed they were going to buy FTX. But then when they saw how corrupt FTX really was and how big of a mess their finances were, even Binance pulled out of buying FTX, and then FTX definitely defaulted on the money they owed their investors. And then other companies as a result started crashing, like BlockFi, which was another
hold on.
blockchain technology company that was also affiliated with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And then BlockFi crashed because they couldn't make their investors even. And then another crypto firm, as of Thursday, Genesis, laid off 33% of its workforce because they cannot pay the bills anymore. Therefore, they cannot pay the salaries of their employees anymore because the whole crypto world is going to shit. And then Jim Cramer comes out as if he was the smartest guy in the world at the very end of the crash, and he's like, yeah, I wouldn't invest in crypto. Bro, you probably should have said that a year ago. But the reality of the situation is Jim Cramer is just an institutional shill, and he does what the big guys at Wall Street want him to say on CNBC. And this time he decided to say that crypto is no good because the big guys in Wall Street finally woke up and smelled the coffee that the crypto idea is noble, the people who implemented crypto and the people who ran the crypto industry.
Sorry, I had to mute him for a second. No, so I had to mute him because, Aaron, are you still with us?
I am, but I was gonna do like a fake snore just to mess with him.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I noticed that, but like he kept on talking, and he, like, I literally could not interject.
I did a fake snore just to see if you would notice.
I noticed. That's why I was like,
I was like, you know.
Again, By the way, Jason, if you want to cut this for your political
No,
podcast,
because you
can.
interrupted it. There's no way I can.
I mean, that was a good 5-minute speech.
Of just him.
Okay,
I think he
Naeem,
likes
you're
his own
back. Sorry.
voice.
No, I was.
Yeah.
It's not even that. I had to finish explaining the most recent updates. What happened to Genesis? They had to lay off 33% of their salaried employees' workforce. Their 33% of their salaried workforce because they cannot even pay their employees. That's how much of disarray the crypto world is in right now. And I'm pissed at Jim Cramer because
Have you seen my bank account? That's in disarray.
yeah, I hope you weren't
But that's a
investing in
given.
crypto.
No.
Good. No, and
By the way,
crypto's a
y'all, this
noble
is
idea.
the-
Crypto's a noble idea.
This
But
is
the way
Golden
this was
Truth episode
implemented by a
25,
whole
folks.
bunch of con artists and scammers is where the problem arises. So I don't disagree with crypto as an idea, as a principle.
As
Where I
an
have a
execution is
problem
bad.
with crypto is how it was executed, and it was executed by the worst possible characters too. I mean, Sam Bankman-Fried is just proving to be a rich, entitled, arrogant prick whose parents paid his whole way through life. That's basically what it is.
sweet.
His parents even paid his bail. They paid his bail of $250 million. You know how they did it? They put their Northern California very fancy mansion up for bail. That's what they posted for bail, was their mansion in California. That's how much his parents are willing to cover for him. They're even putting their own property as bail for him. And by the way, Gary Wang, his co-founder, I believe his name is Gary Wang, and Caroline Ellison, the CEO of Alameda Research.
That Jason's brother doesn't want to touch. Jason's Wang.
Yeah, but Gary Wang and Gary Wang and Caroline Ellison
joke's just
already
sticking
went
around.
ahead and pled guilty and gave all the info they needed to give to the Southern District of New York anyway. So he's out of luck at this point because his two top people who know all the dirty secrets he was up to already turned on him. His own girlfriend turned on him. Well, now former girlfriend, but anyway.
Talk about baggage.
Man,
They
talk
turned
about
on him
Naeem
and
being
sold all of Sam
long-winded.
Bankman-Fried's info to the Southern District of New York, who's doing a really good case right now against other crypto firms. You know that Coinbase is in trouble now with the Southern District of New
All
York.
right, Naeem, you got three minutes of hearing yourself talk, and then I'm gonna end the stream. You guys
Okay.
can talk backstage, but I gotta end the stream because I gotta go. So
Okay, so Coinbase wasn't vetting what their customers were using crypto for or how their customers were handling their own crypto wallets. And now the New York AG, Letitia James, alongside federal prosecutors, are bringing forth allegations against Coinbase for money laundering or not complying with money laundering rules and laws. So even if Coinbase wasn't explicitly money laundering, they're in trouble for turning a blind eye to their customers' inappropriate and implicitly illegal, if not explicitly illegal, use of their own crypto wallets. So Coinbase is now in big trouble. BlockFi, like I said the other day, filed bankruptcy. And Genesis laid off
blockified.
33% of their workforce. Huh? BlockFi? What about them?
They got blockified.
Basically. And then Genesis just laid off
only
33% of their
Naeem finds
workforce.
only Naeem finds a million ways to not have a short answer. Like Aaron just said, blockified. It took Naeem 50 hours just to say that they were blockified. God dang, Naeem.
Yeah, they were blockified, and Genesis just laid off 33% of its workforce. Genesis just laid off 33% of
This
its
dude
workforce.
put for 4 songs for an assignment. He put 2 songs twice.
Oh, I was gonna see what I could
Yeah,
do.
this is the coming from a guy that wanted to put 2 songs twice for an extra credit assignment.
Naeem, has anybody ever told you to work smarter, not harder?
Yes, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That was my direct supervisor's motto this whole summer when I was working with them at Iowa. I had a direct supervisor, and she always used to tell me in her fine Southern accent, "You know, Naeem, there's a thing they say."
Oh yeah, there you
No,
go. Hey, Jason,
work
that's
smarter,
the
not
that's the
harder.
Mississippi accent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She always used to set me straight.
Do the assistant director at Richmond because she has a thicker accent.
Oh, Amy Phelps. Well, see, the thing about Amy Phelps is she is from real deep in swamp country. She's from so deep in swamp country that she makes those gators cook in
swamped.
Cajun spices. Cajun spices. You might could enjoy them Cajun spices, you know. You might could enjoy them. My name is Amy Phelps.
Wait, do that. Remember that thing you did for me, Naeem?
Southern
The
town.
upper middle class, the women who don't have to worry about anything because they're so rich. That I'm gonna go get a martini. I'm gonna get a horchata. Or what did you say? It was.
I want to get myself a margarita, like I could really use a horchata right about now. I would like some
Something with a
martinis on
quesadilla instead of
rocks.
quesadilla.
Can I get that quesadilla, please? I would love me a quesadilla.
But dude,
right
you like
about
the
now.
voice you were doing. It was the funniest shit. I wish I'd recorded it.
OMG. I tell you, girl, I went to this place and there was this server. His name was Javier, right? Xavier or some shit, right? And he
It sounds
showed
like
up
normal
in
Naeem to
there.
me.
And I said, oh my gosh, I want a quesadilla. And he said, a what? A quesadilla? And I said, no, I want a quesadilla.
I love
I want a quesadilla and I want them tacos, please.
Tacos.
Can I have them tacos and taquitos? I'd like some taquitos while we're at it. But I really like the flauta, that one?
Loud.
The fluida. Yeah, and the fajitas. I would love some fajitas.
Yo. Oh,
Can I get some
Naeem,
hummus
bro.
and some
This
baba
sounds like
ganoush?
normal
Alright.
Naeem to me. This
Man,
doesn't sound like
think
an
we
accent.
got
This
the
sounds like normal
answer.
Naeem to me.
I think.
Oh my
Holy
god!
shit.
I
He
tell
said
you
that
what,
to me in a
Baba
I think we
message
got
once.
the-
so good,
I think
so
we
good.
got
Those
the answer
vaginas.
of. I think we got the answer of what happens when we have Aaron, Jason, Naeem, and Oscar all on the same stream.
Well, make sure you guys
It all
keep an
goes to
eye out on
chaos.
the charges that the New York Attorney General is bringing against Coinbase in concert with federal prosecutors, and let's see
Naeem,
what
you got
happens to
60
Genesis
seconds
if they're
'cause I
going to
gotta
make
end the
any other
stream, bro.
massive workforce layoffs.
Anyway.
When he sent me that girl voice in an audio message doing the rich girl talk.
Dude,
I
do you
get-
have
Tell you,
Jason,
I
Jason,
tell you,
You're calling it a
you
girl
want
voice.
a
That just sounds like
whiskey
normal
sour,
Naeem to me.
Jason? You want a whiskey sour? Let's go get a whiskey sour together, please.
See, you're saying that
Anywho.
that's his. You're saying that's his girl accent voice. That just sounds like normal Naeem
That's
to
just
me.
my voice. I know
Oh.
what I'm talking about. OMG.
Damn. I like how Naeem just. I
OMG.
like how Naeem just ignored that.
No, I'm not ignoring it, girl. I'm accepting it. Like I tell you, the hot goss around town sometimes is just true.
That's how Casey McKenzie and Jess would talk behind Naeem's back.
Yeah, they would do some of that hot goss, and I would enjoy hearing about it later because they were talking the truth about my ass. And I tell you, all they got to do is drink some
funny is that
good
I've heard
coladas,
rich
and
girls-
It
they'll
was a
calm
bunch
down.
of. It was a bunch of. It was a bunch of fallacy. It was a bunch of fallacies.
The rich
bro.
girls would sit around one of the girls'
No
tables.
ball
They always have
fallacy.
one girl they go to because she's got the fancy mansion.
Facts. Thank you.
Yeah.
And they I've seen them do it because my dad has clients and all that. And I'm like, oh my god, Naeem was right. They do talk like that.
They totally do. They bring out their pink Moscato and they sip on it real slow.
Because they got nothing to
they
worry
hold
about.
their
'Cause
pinky to one side.
Their man's doing all the work, and all they have to do is sit there.
All they gotta
All
do
right,
is sit
anyway.
there, like
Just
Jeremy,
the
and
pinky to
his
one
big
side.
package.
They hold their pinky
All
to
right.
one side.
Jeremy's
All
the
right.
pull boy.
Hey, Naeem, all right.
Hey,
you all for
admit,
tuning in.
Oscar, before you get up off the stream, you gotta admit that Jeremy's just our pool boy.
Oh my god! Coffee with Jeremy.
Coffee with Jeremy.
All right.
He tried
Well-
to tell me that he tried to tell me that he became black, and then he started calling himself Jeremiah. Like I don't get it. Jeremiah's from the Bible, dude. The Bible.
The Bibble.
All right. Well, that was the stream, y'all. I put it for Golden Truth, so that was the Golden Truth. I guess Golden Truth episode 25. We were supposed
Did you
to talk
just
football.
say Golden
Truth about
Truth?
Naeem.
That sounds like Truth Social, and we cannot stand Trump. OMG, we're
Naeem,
never
I'm doing my.
Trumpers.
I'm doing.
Hey,
doing
we're
my
never
outro.
Trumpers around
I'm
here, all right, girl? We're never Trumpers, so cut it out.
Naeem, I'm
Hold
doing
on,
my
Naeem.
outro.
He's doing his outro. Try to get it,
Yeah.
Oscar. No interruption.
Yeah, I was doing my outro. That was the Golden Truth episode 25.
Quit being a never Trumper.
Some stuff that is coming up on this channel is basically just Washington Commanders season wrap up with Dallas. I should be on Jason's channel later this week. Right, Jason?
Monday.
Jason.
Yeah, so look out for that.
Love.
If you guys didn't listen throughout, I will be in Florida next week, so I'll see what I can do for the
Flo
playoffs.
Rida, are you gonna be partying with Ron DeSantis?
Naeem, I'm doing my outro, bro. Like, stop interrupting.
All right, I'm gonna turn in for the night. Naima's turning in for the night.
So I'll figure something out to do for the playoffs. I don't know if Jason's gonna be able to keep up with the games because he needs his sleepy time throughout the day. So he's probably not gonna watch the first 2 games.
And his sober time.
Mm-hmm.
And his sober time.
Sober October.
So then, by the way, No Nonsense is coming back, y'all.
Oh, we're gonna party hard on that no nonsense live
Oh
stream.
hell!
You're gonna
Yeah,
join us,
so-
Jason, and you're gonna join us too, Aaron.
Well, Aaron's probably not.
Should be
Jason,
quite interessante.
Yeah,
Jason,
you should join us.
Jason may or may not.
You better, bro. You better join
Depends
us
on the-
live in
what-
Orlando.
But
Depends on what time you have it.
That's,
for me to be
that's
able to-
what's,
We're gonna
what's
have it in
coming-
Orlando.
That's what's happening the next few weeks. Jason, what's coming up on both your channels?
So, both. So we're gonna do some spicy Dodgers content. We got some trades to cover. We've got some scenarios we're gonna lay out on the field, and then we got, of course, our pregame, which is still uploading. Which I've been having problems.
Really? Wait, are
I
you
know.
sure? Because I saw a pregame earlier today.
No, there was no. I called the live stream that. We're gonna re-upload the live stream just as a regular video, so you guys can just watch it. We're going to be covering some more Cowboys rumors because there's some coming up. We're gonna go back and cover the Golden Knights. It's just I haven't been able to get the material I need, so because there was a couple things. And then, of course, on the political channel, we're gonna continue the Idaho student murders case, which is thank you for everyone who's watching, and subscribing, and then we're gonna get into the
Kevin McCarthy in the speaker race.
Yeah, well, we're going to get into the Republicans humiliating the Democrats. We're going to get into Ukraine on my channel. On the other
The Freedom
channel,
Caucus proving they're stronger than the squad.
Oh my gosh, Naeem, stop stealing Jason's thunder. Stop being a chocolate thunder. You know how I'm
Yeah.
Chocolate Thunder.
So, anyways, as I was saying, yes, the Republicans.
What you like
showed the
in
Democrats
the
how
bedroom
to
is on your own time.
All right, dude.
Mm.
Seriously, okay, let's stop interrupting the outro because I seriously really gotta go.
So he's got to go pee. So
Yes.
we're going to talk about how the Republicans humiliated the Democrats and showed them that force the vote was actually right the entire time, and Ukraine and technology. So just kind of Ukraine, Republicans doing first the vote, and Idaho. That's what's really coming up on the politics. Cowboys, Dodgers, and Golden Knights all coming up on the channel. The other channel.
By the way, on a related, when is that trial of that girl gonna start?
So,
Which
that's
one of
right.
them?
So, in February, we're doing a trial on one of the. So there was a young man who killed a girl on Mother's Day who went missing, and she was only 13. Tristan Bailey, Aiden Fucci, is going on trial next month on a jury trial to find out if he's guilty or not in the sentencing. So we're going to be covering that trial, every day pretty much in February. So yeah.
When does it start? Because I may have interest in
It would be
watching
probably
it.
the second week of February. I have to check the actual dates.
Let me know.
So we
'Cause
got
I'd
a
actually like to-
lot of things coming up.
So I don't know. This may be this. By the way, just a little disclaimer. This may be the a little sneak preview of what the Super Bowl stream is going to look like. I haven't made up my mind on what we're going to do with the Super Bowl this year. So,
By the way,
we'll probably work at the kinks. Go ahead, Aaron.
give me a heads up if you want to see me go back on. Give me a heads up if you want to see me go back on Twitch again.
Oh, okay. But already, y'all, obviously, Naeem doesn't have social media, so we don't know what he's doing anyway. Anyway, already, y'all, have a good night.
Just kidding.